Hello and welcome. Don't mind them. And welcome to another episode of the Role Players. They're supposed to be quiet till I come on them, but you know, it's just not gonna work. So we are so happy to see you. Welcome to another episode while we play the world's best, most amazing role playing. Oh, it's already starting, y'all. Role-playing game ever made. Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh.
I'm your Dungeon Master, Judd, and these are my role players. Now you can speak and be crazy and be loud.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
How's it going, guys?
Oh my gosh, is it motherfucking D&D? Motherfucking D&D?
Friday.
It's Friday.
We ready? We're in retrograde. We don't care.
Peter, I'm so glad you did that motherfucking D&D, because that reminds me that Ashley put some announcements for me, and those were some of them.
Remember say mother.
No, it wasn't. We made an MF D&D shirt. It's on our merch store. Get it, walk around, just be like, yo, hashtag MFDND. And we didn't stop there. Oh, what's up?
What's that?
Whoa.
What's that? Oh, is that merch?
Let's see, we got some merch in the house.
That looks so good. Is that a tank top? Or we have role players tank tops here. Seriously,
You know, have you checked out our merch store? We got some cool shit. And we also have our new one, D&D is Real, also. So get there, check those out. They are so cool. As always, we have a couple announcements before we go in.
Yes.
Peter, I'm going to hand it to you to talk about our sponsor.
All right. After the sponsor, I'm going to have Winky turn around and show that fantastic jacket he has on, because it's got some cool shit on the back of that. So stay tuned. Just hold on. Hold on, folks. But first, Skull Splitter Dice sponsoring this show. Now, yes. So do I tell you about these dice? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to wreck your surprise when you go on the website and you find out what's available. I mean, dice and 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 boots and dice and boots. So listen, go to Skull Splitter Dice. They have a fantastic array of dice. Metal dice. They have the acrylic. What is it? Acrylic? What do they make these dice out of?
Resin? Plastic? I don't know.
Resin,
Here we go.
sure,
Resin.
plastic.
Ooh,
Anyways, you know the dice.
Bones.
They've got, they have, classes. They've got, I mean, come on, folks. This is D&D. I don't have to explain this stuff.
No.
All I have to tell you is that there's a discount,
Pretty
and
little
that's
bags.
TRP. Look at that. That's a beautiful bag.
It is a beautiful bag.
Nice sack. TRP 15. TRP SS 15.
And so it begins.
So it begins. TRP 15 SS 15. TRP SS 15. How are you,
Just totally
folks?
mess them
How are
up. Mess them up.
Yeah. Anyways, 15 is 15%. SS is Skull Splitter. Put it together, folks. Let's not work hard for
No.
tonight. Go get some dice, because everybody
not work
needs
hard.
dice.
Not work hard. Life's hard enough, folks.
So,
This
anyways,
is a
I'm
hard
gonna turn it. I'm gonna turn it over to the back of Winky's jacket.
Oh, let's see. What do we got? What do we got?
All right. Okay. That's it. You ready?
Whoa.
You don't have a head.
No, he's all
I
jacket
know he
now.
just lost his head. I mean, that's
His
a
whole
pretty
jacket.
good design. What's at the Winky? What's at the bottom of that? This is what, Japanese inspired or what?
This is the Taoist god of the sun and the moon.
Oh, so cool.
Come on.
You owe me.
D&D. I mean, look at, he's wearing a half shirt, folks. He's wearing a half shirt.
He got to let it out.
He's got a Sailor Moon
Freaking crop top,
showing
y'all.
his crop top belly button. I mean, welcome to the
that's
show,
how-
folks.
That's how we
Lucky
roll here. So yes.
Lucky you. There
Oh, that's how we
Welcome.
roll.
we go.
I need like
You're welcome
another
for that.
crop
You're
top.
welcome. Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
Soon
I'm
to
done.
actually, I think have a crop top in our store, but I think it's temporarily unavailable because the stock was out. But
Not because you were scared people were gonna wear it.
no, not at all, not at all. And now I'm gonna order one. So we're all gonna do a show in crop tops. That'll be really exciting.
Oh, yes.
Oh wow.
Oh, look.
Oh wow.
You really want to do that, Jesus?
That will be a
I
show.
mean,
Hey,
it's a choice.
Anything
It's
for
a
fun,
choice.
y'all.
We can
Anything
do
for
that.
fun. So we do have a giveaway tonight. Speaking of our merch, we are giving away a D&D is Real t-shirt. So stay tuned for that. We'll give you the keyword probably around the break, and we'll do the drawing at the end of the show. Stick around because, I mean, free shirt. And I think that's it for announcements. Well, sorry. Also, Extra Life, our charity that we're supporting. So just as a reminder, you can donate through our link down below if you're here on Twitch, and all of the bits and everything those are going straight to Extra Life. And we're going to be doing some special, just full charity-driven episodes in the future. So thank you to Extra Life for partnering and for helping little kids who need it. So we love the kids. All right, everyone. I think. Are y'all ready? Do we want to mess around anymore, or do you want to jump in?
I think I'm ready. You ready?
I think I'm ready.
You ready?
All right. Peter's. I think Peter's ready, or choking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or both. Or both.
both.
It could be both.
Give us a thumbs up if you're ready, Peter.
I'm ready.
There we go.
I'm not dying.
Let's go
There
in.
we go.
I'm ready.
We got one. We got one from Peter and everybody. Let's do it.
The mug is ready. It's filled. Let's do this.
Let's jump into
Going in.
tonight's episode of The Role Players. We'll be right back.
The wind and the waves, the sun and the sky, the earth and the water, where dreams come to life, where all imagination gives you a sensation to explore. Mystical creatures roam this world. Stay close to each other. Teamwork is your mother. Be safe and find your way.
And we're back. All right. Okay, everyone. Well, let's bring it in and remember what happened in the Lost Continent last week.
What happened?
And Anachrony. What did happen? I'm going to try to remember. Well, you all made your way away from the burning wreckage of poor Hortzak's house, slipping away on a little boat that he had stashed away. You managed to escape, eluding a couple of the necromancers that were flying around the area, making sure that there were no survivors. You made your way down, and Hortzak thought the only place that you could stay for the night safely, being hunted as you all are, is Hag's Hollow, which proved to be a harrowing evening as the I guess revenant of a hag inhabited this burnt out huge tree, and both tormented you for the entire evening, but also tried to get to you to make a deal. Ultimately, Rika definitely bound herself in some way, shape, or form, we don't know, to that deal, saying that she will go and hunt the kind of demigod that the fish people created that took her soul and bound her in this existence, this cursed existence. You all made your way down, heading to the town of Yaxis, where Faruka is from. Along the way, spotted a black tarry substance on the water in your path. You decided to get out, and Rika, using her druidic magic, crafted a nice reed bridge over the remnants of this tar creature that was hiding. And one by one, you passed over, except for Kian, who fell in. But he had the foresight to take off his beautiful armor and put it in Ariset's bag of holding. So while he did fall into a lovingly embrace by this black slime, and by the way, we forgot to roll damage, but we did that at the end of the show because I forgot to do that. So he is
Took a punch.
he is
Post-haste.
he is definitely hurt. But through some quick thinking of all of you, you rallied and you managed to save him and pull him out of this mess and continue, and continue on your way. And arriving in the monster city of Yaxis, where you didn't have the warmest welcome as you look and see bugbears and hobgoblins and Miri and all sorts of creatures eyeing you. And Faruka and Hortzak both vouched for all of you, and you made your way over to the tavern which I believe we established is the bog's bottom. And that is where we find you tonight as you all step through the threshold into the tavern. You're suddenly met with music that came on really fast. Sorry. I was supposed to like gently. There we go. There we go.
Oh my goodness, they come in points.
Hey!
You all step through this doorway, and Faruka, you continue on, as does Hortzak. The rest of you kind of falter for a moment as you look around. Basically, you know, it's as if the music doesn't stop, but it's as if it does, because all the heads turn to you. And as you scan this crowd, again, you see goblins, and you see lizard folk, bugbears, croc people. You see a Yuan-Ti in the corner, orcs, Miri. There isn't a human or humanoid type elf, dwarf, halfling in this place, and it is quite clear that you guys are a little unwelcome here. In fact, I'm sorry, that's just a tad loud. As you start to push in a little bit, try to put up a brave front, you see a very large bugbear kicks back from a table, stands up, his muscles kind of flexing, and he's got this huge black sword at his side and this black leather studded armor, and he comes up and he looks at all of you, and Faruka kind of pushes past you a little bit so he can look at the... Hey.
Ruto, come on. They're all right. They're all right. I'm looking after them. Hortzak's looking after them. Just give me a moment.
How about I look after them? He starts to push past you again. He's looking at all of you. Keon, he especially comes up, and he is a towering 7.5 feet tall. And of bugbears you've certainly known and heard of, this one seems like this dude lifts. He is just like yoked, yeah, and
Swole.
yeah.
Oh, he's swole.
He is, and intimidating as he stands in front of you.
I'm standing my ground.
What are you doing here, little human?
I brought them.
Why?
We're looking for those killers, right? They might be able to help. They're looking for them too.
Killers? What killers? Everything here kills, as you know.
I'm gonna go into Faruka's mind and say, do these fine folk know about necromancers?
Yeah, I respond in my mind. You mean the killers, the black robe men? Yes, everyone knows.
Oh, good. And I didn't know you did telepathy. That's good to know.
Oh, can I respond in my mind? Or is... Okay, I didn't know.
Oh, okay, he didn't. I was like, oh, you could do it too.
I mean, not unless you're doing something, but I'm just saying that just came out. And,
All right, good. My fine friend. I think
I'm
we
not
ought to
your
call him an
fine
enemy.
friend.
Well, then, whatever you want to call it, man. Let's.
And he
dispense
reaches out,
with
he
all of these things.
grabs you, Seville.
I'm slapping his hand away.
Oh.
And his sword
Don't do that.
shing, out immediately.
I'm
Point to
dropping
your
him with a
throat.
mind hammer.
Hey,
I
get
take
All right.
I
All
take my
right.
dagger out
Hold
and
on.
I say, we don't need to fight. We don't come for
Oh,
violence.
hold on. Seville already dropped a mind hammer, and let me do a save and see what happens.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
trying to be friendly.
You just see him holding you and just collapses. At that
Oh
moment,
my gosh, what happened? What happened? I tried to help him up. I said, listen, friend,
the
we got a
music
common
stops,
enemy.
and everybody, you hear shing, 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 and all of a sudden you hear, no, stop, and you see this creature hops up on the bar and hops down. It is a frog person, rushes over and is starting to like grab people. Stop! No, not my bar! No, stop! Faruka!
Run up and help him too. Hey, we're good.
What's going on? Everybody stop! Calm down! Not my bar! Take it outside and kill them! Not in my bar!
Hold on. I'm moving outside. Everyone relax. Everything is fine. Someone help Rudo up. Here, I drag
And
Seville outside.
I reach out and I actually help him up. And I say, we come in peace. Pull him up.
Oh.
Hey, I was going to buy some drinks, and I was just getting some information. What's with the
And
hostility
you see,
here? I
and
think we have a common enemy.
he's shaking
about.
his head, and he reaches down and grabs his sword again. And Erisette, roll a persuasion check for me, really quickly.
Yeah. Okay. Checking out my modifier here. So
Yeah,
that's an
but-
8.
Ugh.
Solid
So
8.
you start to
Lucky
help him
number
up.
for Chinese New Year.
You start to help him up, and it's like you barely kind of move his arm. You realize there's no way you have the strength to move the bulk of
I'm
this.
like,
And he rips his hand away, and very quickly, like lightning speed, jumps to his feet, takes his sword, spins it, slams it in the floor right in front of you, Seville. You, me, fighting pit. Now.
All right.
Wait, hold on a second. I don't
And-
mind a straight fight up, but listen, this is how you do things here. I'm trying to come in peace. I just said friend, and you denied it. And I mean, where's the I mean, if I come and start a fight, I understand that, but I was actually coming in peace. We have some business here with some necromancers, these black robed people who are destroying stuff.
all right, hold on. And Hortzak puts a hand on you and pushes you back. Do me, you know who I am. You know who I am. Do me a favor. Go to Altenik, we are here. And then if he wants, you can come back and kill this little one here. I think Altenik might want to have a couple words with us. We are here with information. I promise we won't go anywhere. I'll make sure he doesn't leave. You can kill him later.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm your Huckleberry friend, so if you want to get
Shut
down
up,
and dirty,
Seville.
I'll be fine with that.
I go up to Seville. It's like, close your mouth. It's like, no. Just stop right now, please. Like, let him go.
Hortzak rolled a nat 20 on his persuasion check, so you see he
Yeah,
stands there
buddy.
just.
Magic and magic.
He pulls his sword out and just walks past you, and Seville just knocks you almost, off your feet and disappears out the door.
I catch him and it's like, see you in a moment, Captain.
And the frog guy comes up to you, Seville. Do you have gold?
Of course I do.
There's a drink for everyone here on these people. Go back. It's all okay. And he turns around and he hops, boom, boom, and he's back behind the bar. And everybody's like, waits a second. Then they're, yeah, okay. And the music starts up again. And you can see starts to settle down a little bit. But people still have their hands on their weapons and they're kind of looking aside as...
I just looked at Farouk. I was like, I was honestly going to offer to buy people a drink. I'm not that unsophisticated, but goodness,
Seville.
who was that gentleman?
Look, you better buy all these people drinks.
That's
or
no
you're going to
problem.
get stabbed very quickly. They eat a lot, they drink a lot, so you're spending. And I don't even want to tell you how much trouble you just got yourself into.
Hey, no one knows I actually did any. No, the guy tripped and fell. The guy tripped and fell. He tried to attack me,
Seville.
tripped and fell.
Seville, let me give you a little bit of advice. Shut the hell up.
Yes.
They're not dumb just because they're monsters. They all know what happened. Just relax and come with us.
All right, I don't know if they do know what happened. I mean, the
They
man
know what
fell before
happened.
my feet.
Seville, stop pretending. We're not stupid. This isn't Fantasyland. This is not your home. You're a
Listen,
guest.
I
and
get
I
it.
would like you to listen to me, please.
all right,
You
all
are
right, all right.
you're destroying your own goal by upsetting these people.
Hortzak moves
Attack
off
me.
and goes up to the bartender, and you can see he's talking to the barman. He pulls out a sack of gold and pushes it over, and the barman's just lining up drinks. And a Miri, hard to tell male or female with this species with their kind of chitinous exoskeleton, but she or he sweeps over and is just grabbing these really rough-hewn wooden tankards and running out and just putting them at all the tables. And slowly you see people are starting to relax and they're, starting to drink some of the ale. What are y'all doing?
I'm doing a perception check. I'm looking all around the place, very kind of nonchalantly, just acting as if I'm tying my boot, but I'm like checking everything around me out.
Okay, roll a perception check for me.
Okay, that's. I don't know about these dice tonight. That is a 6.
Sounds like a good time to have an encounter. Yeah, you know, it's a little. First of all, it's a little dark in here. There aren't a lot of windows. There's the flap of the door. It's letting in some light, and there are these little slits of windows on the far sides. And there is a roaring fire that's close to the bar, and the bar itself takes up kind of the back middle of this elongated, kind of very wide building, and there are tables all throughout. And you can see now there is a fighting pit. It looks like maybe a mud or sand pit that's off to the right-hand side. But as I said, as you're trying to very cautiously, check on your gear and look around, it's just hard. There are a lot of creatures in here. It's packed. And again, it's not, even with your dark vision, it's just hard to kind of see through. You don't see anybody looking around, and nobody is overly aggressive at the moment.
Are they speaking languages that I don't understand?
Yeah, you hear all kinds of things. And because, you're seeing a lot of monster type species, there's a lot of kind of a more of a guttural language being spoken, but there's no common that you can hear.
All right, I'm
Any
going to go.
Dwarvish?
Sorry, Arset.
Any Dwarvish?
Not that you can hear with that roll.
Oh.
I'll go up and knock, just kind of give an elbow to Keon, and I'll be like, "Oh, how's this for some fun?" in his mind, and then I'll just walk up to the bar and get the frog bartender's attention, and just say, "What do I owe here, my friend?"
Taken care of.
Taken care of. Well,
I got it. It's all right. I got it.
Horsack, you just lost your home, man.
Well, as I said, it's a new chance for adventuring. There's lots of gold out in the world for taking.
I appreciate it, but you'll get more than that. I guarantee it. So, friend, thank you. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure, so long as you don't do anything that stupid again. And he says that kind of quietly to you. As quietly as a giant croc man can in your ear.
Sorry, man. It's just a reflex. I have a hard time with being friendly and it being denied, but my apologies. My apologies.
I'm gonna tell you one more time, though. They are friends here. They can help us. They've scratched out a life in this swamp. They built this city, literally pulled the land out of the water and made this city. So give them some respect.
Honestly, Hortsack, I was trying to, but I understand the prejudice here, and I'm willing to work with it. I just thought I had a conversation partner for a second, but it's water under the bridge, starting anew. And Fruka, why don't you lead us on and sit us down, and let's do some conversation here. There's some things to catch up with.
A moment. There's something real important. I look to Mosh, the bartender. It's like, you heard from Ruzba yet? Anything? Any of the others missing?
And you see he kind of looks around, looks down for a moment. Nothing on Rosebud. But we have lost a few more.
More?
More.
Where? Do you know around in the city, outside?
Both, they've been coming at night, we think, and down south.
Always south, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do we have a table that's free?
Oh, yeah. There's right over there in the corner. I think that would be best. Here. And he pushes some more tankards to you.
Here, I throw 10 gold up and send some meat over.
Right away. And he's still pouring lots of drinks for the crowd. And you see him snap and gesture to the Muri barmaid, who kind of nods, gets it, goes into over by the fire. There's a massive cauldron that's on the flame, and there's like a spit built in, and you see bits of meat that are slowly cooking there. And she takes out a knife, spins it around in her hand, and just very carefully is like filleting off bits of this meat and putting it on a plate. And it is like a large hunk of meat that is cooking.
All right. I grow to Shiny, Keon, and Rika is like, come on. Seville, Saucy, let's go. Sit. Come on.
And
Take.
oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'll take the seat closest to the corner of the room, furthest away from the edges.
Yeah, I was just going to remind everybody that Keon has taken all of his armor is still off, so he's just in these kind of undergarments, completely.
Well, no one noticed.
Completely unprotected. Yeah.
I sidle up next to him and I say, here, I'll feed one to you at a time, and I'll kind of cover him with my body so he can slide some of it back on if he wants to and not seem like he's making a big fuss.
Just wait on a moment, and I'll start bandaging myself. Because
You're hurt badly.
Keon, I hold up my hands, and there's like some pretty horrific burns up and down from the acidic sludge couple hours beforehand.
Good. And I take some of the moss that I've, remember I keep taking moss from the swamps, and I'm like, try this, and I put it on like a poultice. But let me see if I can get something better. And so I just put the moss on first, and I say, is this helping at all, or do you want me to remove it?
DM, do I recognize the moss?
Roll a nature check. It's your standard paladin nature check. Yeah.
That's a 18.
18.
Not bad.
So you recognize it as moss. You're trying to think frantically that you do know this moss. You have seen it before with some of the previous training that you've had. You know that it's got some kind of medicinal, some slight medicinal property.
I grab my. Oh. Is it my turn? I grab my own tankard of beer, and as I'm drinking it, I slowly, without anyone realizing what I'm doing, I cast Goodberry, and I just kind of roll all 10 berries over to Keon and say, here.
What do I do with those?
Eat them. They'll make you feel better.
They'll help a lot more than my moss, I promise.
It's food, nothing else, hors d'oeuvres.
They're not poisoned.
What do they taste like?
DM, what do they taste like?
Rika, what do they taste like? You're the druid. Tell us what you're crafting.
Let's see. These berries they look like blueberries, but then you put them in your mouth and they're the most bitter, disgusting tasting things you've ever had. But when you swallow them, you get a hit point. So it's like, what are you gonna do? They taste real bad though.
So what you're telling me is, I bite into them. I instantly think that they're poisonous because they're extremely
Or maybe just
bitter.
rotten. Just they've gone bad.
I'll push them back and start
No.
managing myself.
No. And I grab them and I'm like, you must take them. And I start pushing them in his mouth. Like, no, you need these. Those are really bad burns. And I'm like, take it. It's good for you, I promise.
Hell no, they're not going in. I just bit one and they taste like poison.
I know, but she's got very big powers. I'm sure they're probably medicinal. And my moss.
Do you really think I would try to hurt you? I already saved your life.
Fine.
I sit down next to him. It's like, what are y'all doing?
Wow.
You all right?
Poisoning me.
Oh, they're poisoning you. Oh,
But he took them, right? He
nice.
took them.
I did eat
He
them.
took all 10 of them. So I like kind of satisfiedly kind of go over and I'm like,
And you
and
do.
I'm like Rika, high five. And
And I just look at her.
That's a nope. Keon, you feel like the burning kind of putrid taste for a moment. It's like it's super sharp, and you you feel your stomach start to heave a moment, but when you force it down, as it starts to go down your throat, it immediately changes, and the flavor, that taste is gone, and you feel it kind of just absorb into you, and you feel like where the chair is touching you and it's hurting you so much, all of a sudden it's like, no, it's tolerable pain now. You feel the blister is starting to just slowly kind of pull into your body, and it's not much relief, but it does help. It's a hit point each, right? So it's so you can add 10 hit points back.
It's supposed to be like 1 per action, but I guess it doesn't really matter if we're not in combat, right?
No, I'm gonna say you can just sit there and just like, make them. Just mark it off of the spell.
It's like rabbit pellets. So you just like
Yeah.
you just poop rabbit pellets on the table. Ping, 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 ping.
All right. Is everyone sitting at the table now?
Right here.
Yeah.
Suppose.
All right. First off, that big burly one over there that just left is our captain of the guard. His name is Ruto. He's very important in this community. So please, he's very edgy, but he is one of our most valued members of this community. So please, don't antagonize him. We'll start from there. Now, I've got word from the bartender that more have been going missing. So they've been picking people off in the town and further down south. It looks like more down south, like we've heard from, what did the hag say? The Crystal Lake? So there's something at least going in that direction, and Rika, I don't know if you want to do it, but we could find this god that she's asking you to take care of at the same time. But before any of that, we must check in with Utnok. He'll have more information that I think will be very valuable for us. But for now, try not to get yourself stabbed. Again, no one's friendly. Let's be honest. No one's really friendly, but we don't really enjoy fake friendliness either. So just understand, if you want to be valued and respected in this community, it takes work and it takes actual logic and just common sense, I believe. But I don't know what's coming in your neck of the woods.
And I, Azar, the actor, am suddenly realizing that Yaxis is Manhattan. And now I get it. And now I know how to behave myself.
Look tough.
Right. Because they're not assholes. They just don't want you to act like a, right. I get it now.
Okay. You're on it. Now, let's eat up. Hortzak has been kindly enough to pay for all these drinks after losing his home and everything he's owned, and any roots of any kind. So let's value this moment of his life and our journey together.
All right. Sloucher.
Oh, well, I think we need to get a game plan, and I assume we'll be hearing from Aldenik pretty quickly. So,
Wait, who's this? What is his name? Aldenik? What's about? What is he going to provide for us? What do we? I mean, I've got to be honest here. I can't stick around here for so long. I need to drive towards my duty and what at least Araset and I have set out to do. So, why are we here and why are we waiting so long to get something done?
One, it's the safest area for at least a league in any direction.
All right.
Two, Aldenik is very sly one, and he'll have a little more information about what these necromancers are capable of. And three, he knows a little bit more about the area. We've been collecting as much as we can, maps, landmarks, just things that have been happening in the area. So we can at least look up what these necromancers are looking for, at least, or what they're doing out on this side of the woods.
Wait, you said maps?
Yes, maps.
Yeah, I noticed you mentioned cartography.
Yeah.
Maps are rare.
Why? You just make them. go look, put it down on a map. Why is that hard?
Because looking in Asley is a pretty dangerous business. So
Yes.
what maps do you have? What area? This area, of course, but
Yes. Well, the swamp, whatever we can collect for some ruins that are scattered about, and like
What
whatever we
kind
can
of
trade
ruins?
for.
What kind of ruins?
Old live spaces, like well, you know, a little bit like Hortzak's. I guess your ruins was like a temple or something, or was it like a library? Whatever you found your fancy rock.
I'd say it was definitely a temple of some kind.
There's a lot of strange things out in the swamp, things forgotten. So we're trying to unforget them.
is there any possibility of purchasing some maps?
That depends. Can you make nice with the community? Because I'm not going to sell it to you if you're going to keep acting like you have.
Well, can't just you just
Well,
ask for them?
I promise I will not be courteous.
Why don't
So
you
I-
just buy the maps?
Yeah, why
thing
don't we
is,
do it through you? Or
We're
Hortzak?
making the maps, so we got to do all this by hand. None of the real good maps are going to leave here, but I can do some copying. I can get it done. But that's going to be more work, and it just.
Well then,
No.
I know where we're going, and Ardenik will definitely have some help if he deems us worthy of helping. He's been around a long time and he knows a lot.
So let's
he's,
go.
He's difficult.
Difficult. Jeez.
What are we waiting for?
I think we're
I
waiting
go to-
we're waiting for him to come collect us and trying to
listen.
play by the rules a bit more, right, Seville? Be courteous. I don't want to have to say it again.
I've been courteous the whole time, man. I mean, everybody get off my case. I mean, I didn't slit his throat or anything like that. I just said, hi, friend, and he went nuts on me.
Right. He just fell, fell on his own after he grabbed you.
Well, sure, he
yeah.
grabbed me after I said, anyways, let's let that go. Listen, like I said, I can't spend too much time here. This is...
I put my hand out to Seville and I say, just be patient. These people were brought before us for a reason. There may be something unexpected. You should always be open to the unexpected, Seville. I'm telling you, after we saw that goddess, I don't think anything that happens is a coincidence.
All right. I'm just, I'm impatient. I'm impatient with the last group we had. I'm impatient to shut down these necromancers, and I'm impatient. Fine. We'll wait for new information.
Frankly, I feel closer than ever to finding out what is going on. At least we have people who understand the dangers. Before, in our party, we had people who would have allied with the necromancers, if you can believe it. So right now, we have a chance of turning them into allies. I really think Hortzak is right. You should try to put on a little bit of diplomacy. You can try it once in a while.
Oh, no, I can do diplomacy. Remember who you're talking to.
Let's see it. Let's see
more
it.
of-
I'd love to see it.
All right,
Please.
I'd love to see.
Wait, you're telling me about diplomacy, Wild Sauce. Remember, you're the one whose diplomacy is a dagger to the throat almost so regularly that I just wonder, are you from a kingdom or not?
Oh, I see. So it doesn't matter that I offer foot rubs to people when I've barely met them. I'm not in the business of giving foot rubs, and I am offering them left and right. And I think that shows at least some effort. You could try something besides just mind hammering anybody that you come across.
Well, when someone threatens me after I say friend and grabs me, there's going to be a consequence involved. I think it's just natural to do something like that. However, I start with friendship. And when that is denied, I hammer someone.
Do you expect friendship to just be given? You don't earn it at all?
Well, come on, let's be real. When I say friendship, it's like an offering of saying, how are you, man? Or how are you, lady? It's not a real friendship. I don't even know the man. What I was saying is, I'm
So it's
coming
not
with
real
peace.
friendship. You're not actually
I don't know the
friends.
bond.
No, you don't.
It's an introduction. It's an introduction.
It's
I
a
mean,
strange introduction. I'll just say that.
Then
I throw
you
my
need to-
hands up and go to the bar and get 3 more drinks and just start downing them.
No, like she has the right idea. Look at her. She's getting engaged in the
that's
community.
fine.
She's getting her drinks. How about you, Keon? You still naked? You want a drink?
Not another. Erised, can I have my armor, please?
Yes. How are you feeling?
Better. Thank you.
I'm
And I'll
so
start. I will start the lengthy process of donning the armor.
glad. Oh, and actually, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Once I bring it out of the bag, it's kind of like, oh.
You're birthing these pieces from the bag of holding, and you can see Hortzak kind of looks at you and just shifts a little bit, takes his axe and just kind of puts it on the floor. So it's very like not menacing, but it's obviously it's there. It's almost like relax, and you can see some people kind of look over and see you donning this armor. It's all right. It's all right. Just go about it. Listen,
yeah, stay on.
well, I think we need to decide. Faruka,
Yeah.
we are going on after this. Depending on what alternate can tell us, you're under no obligation to come with us.
Believe me,
I'm just trying to help these
I'd
two
rather
out. But
be with you right now than I would with Nick. Besides, I'd rather we do something before we're all picked off. Everyone's out kind of out for themselves, but it's to be expected. I don't mind, but let's just see where this whole charade takes us. I need another drink. I'll be back. I go to the bar. I grab a bottle, throw more coin.
And as you make your way over to the bar, you see the flap blows aside, and a kind of fairly tall lizard person kind of comes in, is looking around, sees a few of you at the bar, and sees you at the corner. Faruka comes over to you, and you recognize this person as Salek, who is one of Odenik's helpers, and comes up. Odenik's ready for you. He says, "Come now."
All right. Rika,
No.
stop drinking. I go over to the table. All right,
Don't
it's our
tell me
call.
what to do.
Just fine. All right, it's time. Let's go talk.
I go and I give her my arm and I say, when we first came to the swamps, I think I was feeling a little bit like you, and it didn't go very well. You might want to go easy. I'm not sure about the quality of the ale here, but that first tavern I went to was brutal.
Tastes fine to me.
Let's hope it keeps staying
Finish my
that
last
way.
my last one.
Okay. You're good. You're good.
All right.
Come on.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm coming.
I give her my arm.
Salek turns and darts out of the flap again and is gone.
I go towards the flap and I wait for the rest.
I'm right there. I'm just
Hortzak's
taking her
there
with
as
me.
well. Keon, I'm going to say that you probably only got, what parts were you putting on first?
Breastplate, the top half.
Okay, yeah, I'll say you got.
So you're naked underneath in your jammies, like you're in your skivvies.
Yeah, you've got your chest piece and maybe like one of the pauldrons on, and you've got
Oh my gosh.
like the other one
It's
you're
like-
still trying to
little
like
tootsies.
fasten as you go.
It's like Deadpool with baby legs, you know.
Oh, totally.
It's
Somebody
literally like
skip a leg day.
my next fantasy me on Days Billboard is basically like him with like his skivvies and the pauldrons.
Awesome.
Got them hooked under my arm.
All right, are you all making your way out?
Yeah. Is
Doing
everyone
my
ready?
best.
I'm holding her.
As long as you can walk fairly
I
straight,
can walk fine.
then walk.
I'm walking.
Then follow. Let's go
Angry
to.
drunk.
I take him to Unok's place.
Walk.
So
Had a few drinks is all.
you all make your way out of the tavern, and you have a bunch of kind of, suspicious eyes following you on your way out, but nobody follows you out of the actual tavern. And again, you're in this town. It's pretty small, and you see it's completely surrounded with these kind of tree logs, basically, that have been bound side by side that create this rough fence around the whole compound. And there are interspersed patches of dryish land, kind of like moss-covered, damp earth that seems like it was, literally pulled out of the water, and then still pockets of this swampy water exist here and there. It's not completely dry, and you see that there are several elevated walkways through the thicker bits of the water between plots of land and different buildings. And Faruka, are you in the lead, showing him where to go?
Yeah.
Okay. As you step out, Seville, you feel a familiar burn on your arm.
If you'll excuse me.
Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, but I just need I have to communicate with someone, and I ignite the psychic tattoo on my forearm.
Who are you communicating with?
And you all watch.
Ranta.
Ranta, are you safe?
I'm safe. There's been some changes, but I'm safe.
There's been a lot of developments. The king was nearly killed.
What?
Yes, we think it's the same faction of necromancers attacked Carthen. We don't know how they got past all of our forces, nearly killed the king. The queen is injured, but survived as well. It seems that they'll be coming for my neck soon, and for the alliance that I tried to forge to get to information, it seems like it definitely backfired. Where are you, and what's going on? We need to make some movement on this quickly.
I mean, I'm in pursuit of one of the sites, trying to shut down the necromancers. We've had some setbacks. Part of the party that you have seen is now diminished. We entered into a strange altar temple. We met a remnant of a goddess, Valka. I don't know this one. Sort of a apparition, maybe an avatar or something. And she departed Dagmara, Otto, and Tabitha. And it's just Ariset, the elf, and myself. We have since hooked up with some new companions. We don't know, what their
Ranta,
allegiance is.
Don't trust anyone. All of our safe houses have been compromised. We've lost...
How?
We're figuring that out right now. I don't know, but it's not safe. When you make your way back to the kingdom, do not go to any of the previous safe houses, even in Carthen. Something is happening. I don't know what.
Listen, do you remember when I told you that there was the Cutter house in Vortiv was infiltrated and everyone in there was murdered, and there was blame being put on the Akera?
Yes. In Volden,
right.
yes.
Yes, well, everything is being drawn into the Sumrak. And Amor, she's gathering all the factions, all the thieving guilds together. She's just absorbing them. The last to fall was the Akira, and I don't believe they perpetrated the murder of the Cutters, but I do think it's the Sumrak. They have something behind this. They want to leave Anacroli. They want to get out of here. They want to pass by the storm wall. I don't know if they have anything to do with it, or they're in league with the
I understand.
necromancers,
We'll do what we can to look into it. Listen to me. This is extremely important. Right before she says that, you all hear this noise, and Eriset, you hear it first, and it's like a buzzing sound, growing louder and louder, and you all look up at the wall nearby, you see the tall bits of these logs that have been rough hewn and strapped together and driven deep into the muck and mire of the swamp. And cresting right over it, you see these large flying insects with these creatures on the back. They have brightly painted, if it's armor or clothing on something on the bugs in this bright blue, but their wings are and you see them all dive right for you. And they're large. They are bigger than any of you, and they have a rider. Each one has a rider. And they dive right for you, Seville, and you, Erisette. As the rest of you just happen to notice and look up, I need everybody to roll initiative. Erisette, Seville.
Yeehaw! Yeah.
I need you to roll dexterity saving throws for me really quickly.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
which one? Initiative or dexterity? I just rolled, so which one does that count for?
No,
Let's say
that was initiative because I said it in that order.
Thank goodness.
Okay, and hold on, let me get my music up.
Oh shit! Here we go. I'm only half armed.
Hey,
I know. I was like,
I'm drunk.
Shit.
oh,
Yeah, she's drunk. Shit.
Oh shit! That's
shit,
that's gonna be
guys.
at some disadvantage.
It's like shit. I
This is
didn't think
gonna
about
be
this.
fun. This is how you learn.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
shit.
Also, I'm like
Rika's
almost.
like-
I have a lot fewer spells. I've not taken any rests, so.
Wait, yes, you have. Haven't you had a?
We haven't had a
Short?
long rest.
Oh,
We
does
haven't had a short rest either.
Yeah, we did.
did the time in the tavern count as a short rest?
You had a short rest actually in transit. For anybody who didn't do any of the rowing, as you made your way down, I don't think you were actually in this tavern long enough to have a short rest, but you had one
Okay.
before that.
Right
You're
before
swimming,
it.
though.
I think we managed to have one in the tree, even with the hag. Remember, we kind of
No,
ignored
that you had a
her.
long
I
rest.
That was a
don't. I don't
long
think
rest.
I had
Yeah.
a short rest because I was swimming. I was.
Oh,
a
that's right. You were
crocodile.
swimming. You did not get
So
a short
I really
rest.
don't think I've had one.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Well,
Hey,
Well, that's where
do
we're
it.
at.
I could
Okay.
have fought for myself,
Oh,
but
that
I'm staying
music
true to
slaps.
Rika.
Is that too loud, everybody?
No, that's
Bye-bye.
good. That's good.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So,
All right.
wait, hold on.
That's my dex save.
Hold on a sec. Hold on. Oh,
okay, sorry.
Let's do our initiatives first. So 2025. Anyone?
Oh, nope. Sorry.
Okay,
Nope.
15, 20.
There we go.
17.
19.
19 Rika, 17 for Rika.
Oh boy.
Okay, 10, 15.
12.
12 for Seville. 5 to 10. Y'all. Oof.
Ugh.
What'd you get, Airset?
I got a 7.
Okay. Keon, what did you get?
3.
A big 3. Let me roll for good old Hortzak.
Come on,
bad.
Sack.
Not
too
bad.
Come on,
busy.
nut sack.
Hey now, be nice to him.
Saved your life, pays your debts.
That's
Yeah,
right.
because he's gonna have to tank. I don't have my armor on. He's gonna have to tank.
That's true.
Run away!
Hold on,
Run
let
away!
me pull up Hortzak and see what.
You're probably safer in the bark.
Yeah. Well, no, you're half protected. You're kind of like an extreme
Rika's like,
Achilles. +5. Okay, so that's not bad. Hortzak. Okay, and for the baddies. Okay. Right here. Okay, now Seville. Airset, what did you get for your dexterity saving throws?
17.
15.
Okay. Airset, you very lively just spin out as you see this thing just go right. I mean, just appeared and shot over the wall, came right at you. All of these legs of this creature reach out to grab you, and you just kind of Legolas this and you spin, and they just grab air. Seville, they grab hold of you, and you kind of like, should you twist, should you attack? And in that moment, as you're talking to Lurar, You just delay just enough, and you feel these feet just dig into you, just like these little, like almost like these small daggers go into your shoulder, and you feel yourself start to lift off the ground. Rika, you're the first to act as you start to see Seville. Like, whoa! So you lifted up into the air by this thing, and the other one attacking Air-Aset. And as I get up my chaos clock, because we're doing it full board tonight, everybody.
Do it.
It's your turn. Go. What are you doing?
All right, I'm going to summon 2 giant vultures
Ooh.
and send them after them.
Okay.
Not sure how that works.
Cool.
After the bad guys.
Okay. So.
Totally. My next character is 100,000% being a druid. That is so cool.
Okay. So you just materialize these creatures out of the blue. You see these 2 vultures appear, and all right. What else are you doing on your turn? You're gonna have them. You're gonna kind of.
And then I
command them?
have to roll initiative for them. So should I do that now?
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say they fall into your initiative.
Okay.
But you've cast them. They're gonna have to wait till next turn to do anything. Do you want to do anything else?
I want to hide.
All right. So you kind of like pull away into some of the.
Stumble and like.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot you were drunk. Okay.
She's drunk.
That is your turn, Faruka.
Mm-hmm.
You are.
Real quick, can I identify these riders?
You've seen these before, and you've heard of them. These are locally known as buzzers, and they have like goblins essentially riding on their backs.
The hostile goblins.
You know what?
All
I'm
right.
gonna pause. I'm gonna pause the timer because let's go ahead and show you what this looks like.
Oh yes.
Oh, hell yeah!
Now, this build was cool, but I could not get it to frame very well. So I'm gonna do some panning and stuff. So let's see. I can't believe I
Cool.
forgot to show you this. My head, y'all. My head is just a little bit crazy. So this is what we first see. The town. This is just a corner of Yaxis. You see the town's wall there. And
Wow.
a couple of the nearby buildings in the swamp, these regions, these pool areas of water, and this
Oh, hell yeah!
ground. This is you all just exited the tavern and you're there. And as far as the baddies, I have these amazing minis that I need to get y'all. I need to get some risers. If anybody has any great places to get risers for
Oh yeah.
creatures.
I'll send you the link to the Etsy riser platforms. They're amazing.
Yeah, please do.
Love it.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This looks just as mucky and grimy as I thought it was.
Yeah.
I know,
Hell yeah, those
swamps are
risers
just-
work.
Like, are you sure those are buildings?
And-
Yes, they're perfectly fine buildings.
Okay, that one is on you, Seville, and then actually Airset. This. Oh no.
Carry on my work.
Airset. This one's just gonna be here. Let's do this. Since it missed you, I have another glass. These are my poor man's risers.
There's some sexy bugmen things.
They're really
they're
cool.
like super cool minis, but like they don't have stands and they will not. So it's just gonna be like that.
They're really cool looking.
Okay. All right. All right, y'all. There we go.
Ah, ugh.
They kind of match
wizards.
my dice. That's awesome.
All right. Let me see what we got. Okay, so there's 3. There's this one that's coming in over
I'm
the
gonna
wall,
roleplay the vulture.
and these 2 that are over here.
Okay.
And the rest of you are down in this area. Okay, Faruka, I'm resetting your timer. Go ahead.
All right. How close? The 2 that are there. How close would you say they are together?
They're so one's here, one's there. They're probably about 15 feet apart.
And the one that's coming over the wall, he's a little further away.
Yeah, he's about 25 feet away.
So the 2 that's in the air, would you say they're at least 30 feet together?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I look up, I pop a hypnotic pattern, a flash of sparkles and rainbows, and all the colors just highlight the air. And now they're gonna make a wisdom save at 15.
Oh boy. Okay.
Bugs, wisdom, I don't know.
They
Right. That's a good point.
no, they got well, you know, I'm gonna do it for each one. One got a 13. That's a 16. And you're gonna try to get all three, right?
Yeah, if they're all in the air.
And that one's a 13. Yeah, they're all in the air.
So 2 of them drop, and I need to concentrate real quick on holding them down. But did I get the one that has Seville? Did he get dropped?
No, that's the one that actually saved. So you see the one that was by Eriseth that missed just drops out of the sky. Thump, and you see its wings. And then this one back here also drops out of the sky. But this one with Seville still has him. And sorry, I forgot about the chaos clock. We're way over.
Okay, then I'll just run quickly towards the building, and I'll just stick and I'll focus on holding my spell.
Okay. We're just gonna say you didn't get to move because you did this pattern.
Okay. Yeah.
And let's go on. So now Hortzak is right there. He sees the one he sees one hit the ground. He sees one that's got Seville, and he just runs after the one that has Seville, just swings his axe and tries to jump up and hit. And I think that's a hit. Hortzak is... Yeah, oh yeah, that definitely hits. So you just see this axe just flash through the air. Seville, you're just as twisting, trying to get relieved of it. You see, shing, it goes right through one of the legs. And, oh yeah, good damage too. One leg just drops, and you're dangling by one. It hurts twice as much. And he goes to swing again. Whoa. And that one's off. Back up D20, bounce right out.
We heard
Second
that.
one,
It's knocked.
second one just misses as you spin out of control. It just misses out of his range, and he's just gonna stay right under you, trying pursuit, and that's his turn. All right, Seville, you're up.
All right, am I free enough to climb on the bug and attack this goblin?
You're hanging by your shoulder, and it's as if it's got like the hairs or whatever of its foot have dug into your skin. You're hanging.
I'm gonna I'll mine hammer him.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stab first and then mine hammer him second.
Okay, great.
All right. That is not going to happen on the attack. Is a 9.
Oh. Yeah, as you're just dangling, trying to stab it, it's really hard to have your bearing. Okay, Mine Hammer.
Mine hammer.
Mine Hammer fails big time with a 4. And you just see that all of a sudden just crashes out of the air. You're still connected to it, and I'm gonna say you're gonna probably hit the ground too, as this thing just plummets, but you are on the ground.
Okay, good, perfect.
Runs out of time. Anything else you want to do?
I need to know logistically, is there a goblin on its back?
Yes.
All right,
What happened?
so
Okay.
I'm going to scramble out of the way, and I want to scramble out of their ranges, melee ranges. So
Okay, and perfect. And now it's their turn. So this one's going to use half of its movement to get upright, and it's going to immediately come at you. Eriseth, do another dexterity saving throw as you see the legs coming down to grab you. And actually, you can use, I'm going to say for this,
wait.
you can use acrobatics or athletics.
Real quick, is this one of the ones that got hit by the hypnotic pattern?
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Then it's still down. It's incapacitated until my concentration's broken.
That's right. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. So that one is down, so it's only this guy. So this guy's going to use half, and he's going to do a quick perception. Nope, has no idea. He's just going to go after you, Seville, again. And you're on the ground now, Seville, so roll either acrobatics or athletics to try to get out of this movement.
all right, acrobatics 24.
Okay, great. Yeah. So you kind of wriggle and pull, and you feel that leg as it starts to take off again, pulls out of you, and it's just going to hover right there over you, and that is its turn. All right. Airset, you're up, and Kian, you're up after that.
Okay, I'm going straight for the one that's still there, flying with the goblin on top of it. I'm
Okay.
using my arrow. I'm using my golden bow of enlightenment, in fact. And I just take straight aim at it. Oh, okay. First arrow gets a 14.
14. Sorry. That hits. Just hits.
I'm like, okay. So, and then I'll just actually do roll for both my arrows
Go for
first,
it.
and then we'll figure out the damage. Okay. The next one, damn it, gets an 11.
Okay, that misses.
Oh, I got unnerved because the first one, I'm just getting the hang of my golden bow. Damn it. I'm like, But anyway, so
What are you doing?
that is just my damage. That's all I
Okay.
got is my damage on it. So, okay, but that's pretty good. It's an 8 damage.
Okay.
And then I run to duck under that kind of rock building. So
That way,
I'm
okay.
protected.
All right, you
yeah,
start-
I
you
hide.
start
I try
to-
to hide. I like dive into the bush, actually.
Okay, and that one's still on the
Like-
ground. Okay, down in the bush.
I
Okay.
like run and I'm just like,
Yeah,
and I
there's
try
all
to
this like plant growth and
camouflage.
stuff. That's great.
Yeah, I
All right.
full on hide.
Kian, you are up.
Quick
Alrighty.
notes: the one that got hit by the bow is now no longer incapacitated. The charm has broken.
No, that one was not charmed. She went for the one that wasn't charmed.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the other two are
So
still
the-
on the ground.
So there's one on the ground that had previously gone for Araset in the surprise round.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go through that ball or goblin and insect and try and cut through, like
Nice.
right through into the ground, cut the
Alright.
thing in half.
Roll your attack.
It's on the ground.
It is on the ground,
like,
yeah.
prone?
Yeah, you get advantage.
So at advantage.
Yep.
Okay, sweet.
Yeehaw!
First misses. Second 4 plus 7, 11.
11 misses.
All right, second attack.
It's like, God.
That's a 13 plus 7, so 20.
Yeah, it hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 2d6. The first is a 6. Second is a 5, 11, plus my strength modifier, so 15 slashing damage.
Okay, nice. Okay. Yeah, you just see Kian comes down, and it just, when you went for a strike, you just kind of unbalanced because of your armor not being on, you're not fully balanced, and you kind of overswung. Then you pulled it, like balanced yourself again, and just shoved that blade right in. You see it, it's like this like green liquid bursts out from where the blade entered. Good hit.
And I'm
Alright.
standing right over it.
Okay,
and,
Rika,
that'll be my turn.
you're back up.
Still drunk.
Okay.
And Faruka,
from
you're
my
next.
from my hiding spot, I take the best aim that I can and I cast Scorching Rays at the ones that are they all still alive?
Yeah,
is-
they're all
is
still
that one-
alive. They're-
Okay.
So you're kind of in the middle here, and there's one on the ground next to you that Kian just attacked, and then there is one in the air, and the other one in the ground in the back.
Yeah, I'll just do one at each of them because why not?
Okay.
So the one closest to me, I just rolled d20, right? To see if it hits.
Yep. Yep.
D20 to hit. Okay. 11.
The misses.
This is for the next
Okay.
closest one. I rolled an 8. Well, okay. And 16.
16 hits.
16 hits, so that's the furthest one away from me. And 2d6 fire damage. So that's a 6 and a 4. So 10 fire damage. And then
Okay.
this doesn't take an action for me to talk to my vultures and tell them, attack those guys.
Which ones do you want
And-
them to attack?
The
The one in the air or the two on the ground?
the one of the ones in the air, and then the one on the ground closest to me. 'cause
Okay.
I don't want to die.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and just roll a d20 for their attacks.
Okay.
I don't have vulture stats pulled up really quickly.
Oh dear. Well. Roll twice, right?
Yeah.
Or is it once?
No, just roll just once.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I rolled a 5, so.
And we're way over on your time. We're gonna work on this chaos thing. We're getting better at it. We're getting better at it.
We're working. We're working.
All right, do one more. Just roll. Go ahead and roll your second attack.
Second attack.
Me? Oh.
Second attack.
19.
Hey!
Yes!
Mazel tov.
Okay.
That's
And the second one was on the other guy on the ground over here, I believe, right? Okay. and give me your damage for that, and then we're gonna move on
I don't.
to Faruka.
I don't
Oh, sorry.
know. It
Yeah,
doesn't
that's,
work like that.
It's just a roll of d4.
Okay.
And tell me what you
I'm
got.
sorry. I'm looking for four. Four. Four.
Pyramid.
Four.
4, great.
Perfect.
Faruka, it's your turn, and you
Alright.
witnessed this this one that you hit before has been damaged. What do you want to do?
All right. So the one that's still in the air, I'm going to throw a mind sliver at it. It needs to make an intelligence save.
Oh, it was almost a 20, but it was a 2 minus 4 is negative 2 for that.
So
They are not intelligent.
all right. So I'm going to roll the 2d6 of damage.
Okay.
I got 2, and I got 3 for 5, and it takes 1. It takes a -1 to its next save.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna run over to the nearest building to put it towards my back, just so I don't get surprised.
Okay.
And then I'll hold,
Great.
and I'll keep concentrating
Okay. You say you
for the
put-
last one that's still on the ground.
Yep. Great. Okay. Now Hortzak is up, and this one looks really high up, but it's just that's the only riser I have, but it's still hovering right over Seville. So Hortzak's going, swinging his sword, his big battle axe, miss. And hold on, is he gonna? He's gonna bonus action rage, which I
Nice,
should have done
yes.
before. Forgot he was a
Get angry.
yeah. He misses and he's like, oh, now you make me mad. And you see, ooh, and goes for his second attack, and that, oh my god, they both miss though. This thing is just dancing around as he's
It's so
trying to
annoying.
hit
Trying
it.
to fight a dragonfly.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
fuzzy.
All right, but he's
I
just
love
staying.
dragonflies.
Seville, he's right over by you, and he's kind of just standing above you to give you some protection. That's his turn. Now we're at Seville.
Okay. Can I retro damage on the Mind Hammer last time or no? It's okay if not. I forgot to tell you damage on the Mind Hammer.
Yeah. Which one did you hit? The one that you were on? Yeah. Go ahead and give it to me. It's fine.
All right, 10.
Got it. Go ahead.
All right. So I've got the goblin and this thing dancing around above me.
Yep.
All right. I'm taking out the goblin. Rapier.
Okay. Go for it.
All right. That's 21.
Well, that definitely hits.
All right. So I'm solo, so it's sneak attack. So that's 12 points of sneak attack damage.
You're not solo though, because everybody. I mean, Hortzak's literally right next to you.
He's right on top of you.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
you-
I mean, if he is, then I have an ally, so it's still sneak attack.
okay.
I mean, if I have an ally next to what
Yeah,
I'm
you do.
attacking, then
You do.
sneak, okay. Okay.
Sneak
So 12 points
Yes.
sneak attack.
Okay.
All right. Then I have for my rapier damage, 11 points,
Okay. All right. And that is
and then
your turn.
I have 1 point of booming blade damage.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So if that thing moves, it ignites the thunder damage.
Okay. And it's also got a -1 to its save. All right.
Yeah, so 12 plus 11, 23.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool.
Nicely done, dude.
24 total, but yeah, okay.
Nicely done.
Good. And I'm going to hang right next to Hortzak and just back him up and try to give him advantage. If I
Okay.
can flank, if I can move and flank, I'm doing it.
Okay. Now it's their turn again. You see this one, no longer under Faruka's spell, gets back up, the wings zzz, and it starts lifting off. Hold on. I heard the music's a little loud. Let me turn it down. Try that. The wings zzz, and it raises up, and once again, Erisette, it just dives, it turns, and it dives over here for you.
How does it even see me? I'm literally hiding in the bush.
I mean, you're not hiding.
No, I am.
and-
I literally dove into the bush.
Okay, but like for the game mechanics of it, You know what? Actually, hold on a second, because it was down when you did that. So let me roll. You know, it doesn't get a great perception roll, so it is looking around. You can see it's like looking. Zzz, it's going to attack the closest
And
person.
all my clothing is green. Literally everything about me is green. So I've
God, I'm
dived
rolling.
into this moss.
I got to get my skull splitter D20 back. I'm rolling like crap.
I need some metal dice.
It swoops down on
I need some crystal dice.
Rika there, and just you see the legs come out, and it just misses again.
Hey, DM,
Yep.
do I get an attack of opportunity
Yes.
on that? I was like right up on him, trying to
You know,
coup de
it
grace.
actually hasn't moved out of your melee range because it
Okay,
just turned around and looked. It's literally just hovering right above you.
Oh, gotcha,
It's,
gotcha.
Yeah, it's right next to you. This one comes back down for Seville. Oh my God, these mosquitoes, they get caught on everything. Once more,
You're telling
Seville,
me.
go ahead and roll a either athletics or acrobatics as you feel the legs once again start to go around you.
All right, 25.
Yeah, no problem. You're just dancing, you're grabbing the legs, you're moving out of the way. And this
Yeah, but
last
the
one,
goblin hasn't moved, right? Or no, the goblin would have been dead. This thing hasn't moved out of its own melee field.
it has not.
it?
Nope.
Okay.
And this
All right.
last one gets up, it uses half its speed, and it's going to come over here.
Wait, isn't that one of the ones that I still have under?
It got damaged. So
Okay. All right. Oh,
They-
then I don't have to concentrate anymore.
yeah, they've all been damaged. And it's just gonna hover there for a moment, and terrible perception, and that's it. All right. Erisette, you're up, and then Kian, you're up after that.
Okay, can I see through the bushes?
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
I can, right?
yeah.
So I'm like totally stealth, shoot an arrow through the bush, and I just aim towards the one that's highest up, and I just like sniper style shoot another arrow. But of course, I'm using my other bow now, the trusty one that I had.
There's one right above Kian and Rika. There's one above Hortzak and Seville, and then the other one, yeah, you'd probably be able to see. It's just kind of off on its own, hovering. Which one do you want to go for?
I'm just going for the one that's on the highest ground.
Okay, I'll say it's this one in the back.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
I
roll
think
your
so.
attack.
Okay. Oh yeah, so first arrow gets a.
That's what happens.
My mouse is dead, but that would be a 26.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to my mouse. So okay, and then I'm like, yes, and I just do another arrow too, and I hope that they don't even like fully know where it's coming from. I'm just like hiding. And it's an advantage, but I rolled a 19, so that'd be a 27
That
anyway.
hits.
Yeah. So okay, so then the damage.
Can't get it to tell anymore. There we go.
Okay, the
Nice
first
jump.
one is an 11 damage.
Okay.
Aha, and the second one is a 12 damage.
11 and
Nice.
12. Okay.
Yeah, we're talking 23 damage.
Nice.
Tell me it's dead.
It's not, but it's looking really rough.
Oh wow.
Or not really rough. It's looking rough. You see, like,
Oh my God.
you see the arrows fly, and one sticks, it kind of like ricochets off its armor, but goes and drives under one of its plates, and you see it just drops a little bit, and its abdomen twists under in pain, and the second one goes right through the wing, and you can see it's now like kind of having trouble staying perfectly balanced. All right, Erisette. Kian, you're up.
Now, this one in front of me, is it
Yeah.
flying?
It is flying, yeah. Let me see if I can- it's right above you. This is too tall.
It's right above me?
Yeah.
In
it's-
which case, is it possible for me to flank it within the parameters of what's happening? Or is it...
You know, it's hard to flank it because you're both underneath.
Oh, it's like
it.
right up there?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
but it is right over your head.
I'm gonna fly swat it with my greatsword.
Okay. Go for it.
First attack is a 17 plus 7,
Hits.
which will be
Mac.
re-rolling back because of great weapon fighting. 4, 5, 9 plus 4 is 13 points of slashing damage on the first attack.
Got it.
Second will be 16 plus 7, so 23.
Definitely hits.
4 plus 4, 8, 12 slashing damage on the second attack.
Well, nice. Okay, now this one is looking very rough. You see that just this great sword just passes right through, hacking off legs You catch a bit of the goblin's leg. You just chop that whole thing. Just falls right off, and it's
The only good bug is a dead bug.
Starship Troopers.
Do you want to live forever? All right, come on. All right, Rika, you're back up. Good job, Keon.
How close are the mosquito creatures
Okay.
to me?
There's one that's very close to you.
Okay, and are my friends? Will I hit them if I?
What do you want to do?
I would like to use Burning Hands, but it's a 15-foot cone, and I just don't want to hurt anyone.
Oh no!
with
If you
it.
focus it upward, you'd be fine.
Okay, bam, let's do it.
Okay.
You have to make a dex saving throw of 13.
Dex. Actually, they have some dex. It's a plus. Oh no, they don't. Nope, that fails.
All right, 3d6 fire damage. Ready?
Oh.
We've got 5, we've got 1, and we've got 6. Math.
All right.
12.
So tell us how we see this thing die, because you just incinerate this bug.
Oh, like a zapper, like those things, like the fly swatter, but it's electric, and it's like. zzz.
It's in the air, right? It's above me in
It
the
is,
air.
yeah.
So
cool.
I reach my hands towards it, and the flames go up, and then it just incinerates and turns into ash while in the air, and it just rains down on all of us.
Oh.
Mosquito ash.
Yeah, you just hear those screams of both the bug and the goblin. They're like,
Oh my gosh.
it just.
Oh, and
rains
also
down.
before my turn ends, I can also can I just keep telling my vultures to keep attacking the other two?
Yeah, which ones do you want them to go at?
Well, the two that are still alive.
I mean, just one each.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna move this one off the table. Okay. Go ahead. That's your turn, but go ahead and roll your. You can roll your
It's
attack. Actually, go ahead and roll your attacks for them.
I got a 19 and a 19.
Okay. Both, both hit. Roll a d4 for each of them, and then let me know what they are.
4 and 2.
Okay. All right, Faruka, you are up.
Oh, let's see if I can do this without hitting the vultures. Okay, the two mosquitoes are close to each other, right?
Yeah, they're very close.
I'm going to cast the web at them to try and gunk them up.
Okay.
And like drop them to the ground again. They'll have to make a dexterity save. Hold on.
I'm getting my actual d20.
15.
I'm not doing another save without my d20. I got it.
Because you want to win.
I want to. I mean,
Yeah.
just want to be fair to them.
Come on, win.
And now my white balance is off. I'll have to fix that in a moment. Okay. That's why I'm pink.
That's why Vortex and Rage.
Let's see. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Good. Nope. All right.
Look
First
at you,
one. No. It's a 10. And got a 9.
That'll do, pig. That'll
They
do,
are
pig.
wrapped up and locked into the web, and I'm going to just focus on concentrating them. I can hold
Okay.
them for an hour.
All right.
Nice.
And then I'll move behind Hortzak. It's like, get him.
They're both gonna just drop to the ground, caught up in this web, and you see them struggling to free themselves. Hortzak just, in a good old crocodile smile, just cracks his big grin, spins his great axe around, and just comes up. I thought it was a nat 20. They keep rolling off my nat 20s, but I think it still hits because he's got a plus 9. That definitely. First one hits. He's gonna do one each. And okay, so they both hit. You just see him as he pulls out his blade, and this green liquid of blood from this thing goes up in the air. He comes down again.
Why is this nauseating me so much? I'm like,
know.
I keep having like all over body shivers. I'm like,
Just the mucus of the bugs just fly all over you.
And that's 7 plus 7 on one, 8 on the other. And okay, and that's his turn. Seville, you're up. So they're both still alive. They're wrapped up in this web and they're on the ground. What do you want to do?
All right, I'm hitting one with a mine hammer.
Okay.
So go ahead and.
Yep. Which one? The one that was on you or the other one? Why am I so
The
pink?
other one with the mine hammer.
Okay. Fail.
why am I so pink?
I'm
You
so
are
pink.
so pink.
I
Oh my
am.
gosh, you're so pink.
The auto white balance is on. It's all
You got
messed up.
sunburned.
I kind of like it.
It's that burning hands that Rika threw up.
Yeah, there you go. You say you got
yeah.
6?
6 points of force damage on that one.
Okay.
And then I am attacking with my rapier on the one that I have been attacking on, and that's a 24.
Ooh, that hits.
All right, so that's 6 and 5. That's 11.
Okay.
11 plus 10. That's 21.
Oh, all right.
And
So
then, okay.
you don't need to add any more for that one. Tell us how you kill that bugger.
All right. So I just dance in and just I see an exposure under its armor, under its, chitinous little insect armor, and I just come right in and stab it in the fleshy parts and make sure I skewer as many vital organs as possible and drop that sucker.
Oh, no. So you just, you approach as it's writhing, it's trying to free itself from this magical sticky web that just appeared. You just, and you just slice it open, you see, and you catch the goblin too. And it's like, it just gets its throat sliced open, and that one is gone. The other one barely clinging to life. All right, and bad.
Using the rest of my movement to go right up to the other one.
I'm gonna say you're right there basically anyway, and you're out of time.
Oh, okay, great.
This one is going to free himself. Faruka, is it another save or does
it's a 15 strength save.
That's what I thought. Okay. Nope. That you cannot free itself. It is just writhing on the ground there. That is its turn. Erisette, you're up. You see this last one still alive, caught in this web, struggling to free itself, on the ground about 15, 20 feet in front of you. What are you doing?
I go again, point blank, still hidden. I'll just take the same bow that's been serving me well, and I shoot at its eyes. Yeah, so the first one gets me, the first arrow is a 20, dirty 20.
To hit?
And I look to see, right in the compound eye, and then I aim for the other one too.
Compound eye, nice.
Yeah, and that one is a 24. So I
Okay.
get both compound eyes. Like that.
Okay, yeah. So that's it for that one. Do you want to tell us how you do anything special, or just that these go into the eyes and just pin this thing down?
I think that's kind of like.
Pretty much.
I think that's kind of what happens. Is there a goblin still on top of it?
I mean, yeah, but it's you've killed the whole thing. So
I've killed
he
the
was
whole
so
thing.
badly damaged. You can see he's just bleeding out, and as the arrows pierce through, one just catches his leg and like slices his artery there, and it just he just expires as you're watching this thing.
Awesome. Okay, so then I use the rest of my damage because that's the last of them, and I'm like, well, I hate mosquitoes. I really do. But looks like we disposed of them, didn't we? And I start ransacking the body of these goblins.
all right. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me, as the sounds of the swamp slowly come back to you, and you all look at each other and catch your breath and see these, well, really only two identifiable at this point. One completely burned to ash on the ground. What'd you get for investigation?
17.
So it's interesting. You get up close to them, and they smell horribly, like just kind of like, oh god. And reaching through, which one are you doing? The one that you killed, or the one that was attacking Seville?
The one I just killed.
Okay, so you get up and you search, and it doesn't seem to have weapons or anything of value on their person. But when you get down and you look, you see it's got this this black, almost like tar-like substance that's kind of leaking out of the corners of its eyes, and out of its nose, and a little bit out of its mouth. And it's not its blood. You can see its blood is a different color and is leaking elsewhere.
Faruka, do you know these creatures? Is this normal for your region?
There's the buzzers, but do I know if if that's normal for them?
You don't know, Erisette. I mean, you know that it's not normal. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Well, go ahead if you know. Go ahead, Seville.
I just want to know, does Erisette say this out loud?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
I can't. I don't have your ability.
All right, so Araset,
What?
look at this stuff.
Yeah, no.
This is similar to what happened with those butterflies and other things that's happening to the forest.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Or to
That's
the
what I'm thinking.
swamp.
This is necromancer work. Ugh. No
That's indeed
wonder.
necromancer work.
Hold on. Let me look at this. Let me examine and see what I can find of it. Like if it's magic, I wanna see if I can intonate what actually happened to these creatures.
Okay. Roll investigation first.
Oh, that's a nat 20, and with my investigation at +7, that's a 27.
Yeah. Okay. Now just roll
be
a
a
straight
yes.
intelligence check. So just roll d20, add your intelligence modifier.
So that I rolled a 3, but with a +7, that is a 10.
Okay. All right. So you have no problem after Araset had pointed out, and you get down and you look, and it does seem to be this like weird substance that's leaking out of the creature through all the orifices that you can see present. And you put a little bit on your finger and smell, and
Be careful. Don't touch it. Be careful, Faruka.
All right.
it's enough that you know that smell. It's reminiscent of a weed that you see. It's not super common, but it's fairly common in the swamps, but nothing that has like a magical property to it. You can only kind of ascertain that there's something else going on here.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't eat it. Don't.
I'm not
don't.
eating it.
Okay.
Listen, I don't know if it's straight magic, but there's definitely a quality of a weed that's grown in the swamp that's coming out of this creature. The buzzes. I don't know, I think it might be experimented on? I'm not exactly sure, but do you know anything more about this?
It looks like the blood. Seville, doesn't it look like the blood? The blood water.
Yeah, it looks like ichor.
Ichor. Very
Looks like-
descriptive.
Looks like something we've seen before.
Huh. Do I
DM,
have a...
while all this is happening, I'm
Quickly. Araset, the Alma.
Oh yes. Here. And I,
Well, okay. Well, let's not keep Uknok waiting. I grab one of the goblins to carry to show to the great leader.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you see Faruka just leans down, just
Pick it up.
pulls one of these out of the sticky web, and you all make your way over to you see the lizard person has been kind of watching this whole thing. This all happened super quickly. A few people heard the noises, came out of the tavern, watched you dispatch these buzzers, and you see a couple nods of appreciation and nodding at your skill with how quickly you dispatched these things. And once again, the lizard person like waves you over, and you see now a little bit more closely. You saw when you first got here, but as you follow this path going to one of the larger structures here, you can see everything here has a very organic feel, like a stucco. You see a lot of like wood that's used in construction, but then you see this stone base, and you saw it again when you first got here, but now you're getting close to it, and it looks like a perfectly circular, like the base of a tower, basically. Maybe 35, 40 feet across, with these beautiful stones that are being fitted in together. And it's only up about, 6 to 8 feet at this point. And still you can see piles of shaped stone nearby. And it's clear that they are building something. But the lizard folk person moves over ahead of you, and there is kind of like a double house, like a smaller front house, and you can see it expands in the back into a larger, and disappears inside through the leather flap.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, folks. This is it. Come on, get inside. Before more come.
I duck right in.
I painfully crawl over, moaning, and move this out.
You doing good, Rika?
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, you're doing fantastic.
Cool.
Oh
and,
man.
and as you all
You'll
make
feel
your
much better.
sorry, go ahead.
Just before we go inside, can I just try and make a mental note of which direction those buzzards came from?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I'll say, Faruka, is there any nearby encampments or places of note in that direction of the swamp?
And you
Do
look
I
at,
know?
And yeah, you look at the direction that he's pointing to, where you all saw them come over the wall, and that is to the south.
That's where our fair friends, the necromancers, might be hiding. It's also the direction of Rika's fine demigod that she might be dealing with. Yeah, I see you remember. Keep not this way.
boy.
So I think we have a nice clue of what we need to be doing.
I see.
Don't worry, we'll head there fairly soon. But let's get this over with. And he straightens up and he walks into Utnok's house.
Nice. All right, and as you all are you all following? Everybody
Yeah.
going?
Slowly.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Hortak's already in, and the rest of you one by one kind of pull up that flap and enter this dark space, and you smell you like a sweet, spicy smell hits you as you one by one enter inside. And we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll come right back to see what's happened here as you survive the attack of the giant mosquitoes.
Hey guys.
Yes.
Or in other words, a day in Brazil.
Or time.
Why did it have to be skeeters? I hate skeeters.
The worst.
Giant
Yeah.
mosquitoes in the swamp? Makes sense.
It's literally.
So,
Skaters. Skaters.
so thanks to our friends for joining us, and just a reminder that we are giving away a D&D is Real, one of our new shirts on our merch store. So stay tuned. We'll let you know what the code word is. Hold on. I think the code word is swamp. So, everybody enter the code word one time, swamp, and we'll do a drawing at the end of the episode. We're going to take a quick 10 minutes, grab our drinks, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. So in that moment, when I realized I was supposed to replace the Be Right Back. Oh, no, I did replace the music. Never mind, we're good. So we got less piratey Be Right Back music. Apparently, this music I picked was too piratey, which I really liked, but we got non-piratey music.
Yo-ho.
That's awesome.
It'll be all right.
To be
wind
quite
wearing
fair,
our
I knew it was a
sails.
bit nautical. I'm like, it's very adventure-y.
Swamps are wet.
I'm like, who's gonna say anything?
No.
Chat. Like, this is too piratey. This does not fit.
sail the seven muds in the swamp.
You're too quick for me and too smart. We'll be right back in 10 minutes. Don't you go anywhere.
No, you are allowed. You can go to the bathroom if you.
Maybe. No.
That's
we gotta
it.
think about
No,
it.
you can
That's
hold it.
it.
You can all hold it. We're just getting drinks. Nobody's allowed to go to the bathroom.
Hold it.
It'd be all
Okay, we're
right.
back. And we're back. We're back. Whoops. What? Siri's talking to me. No, stop. I'm like, what's happening? Usual craziness as always.
Zippity-doo.
So, if you're just joining us or you're hanging in there and you haven't already, one time enter the code word SWAMP into chat to be eligible to win a D&D is Real t-shirt from our merch store. We're giving that out and we'd love to send it to you.
Yes, one time.
Yes, just one time.
It is real.
D&D is real.
time.
D&D is real, y'all.
Happy New Year.
Oh yes.
Happy Lunar New Year.
Yes.
Nice.
I should have worn red.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right.
I got it.
I am all decked out appropriately.
That's
as
true.
Always.
That's true.
As always.
There's some red
You
in
are
this
red.
D20. That's all.
It counts. It counts.
It's pretty weak.
Should I go change?
Should you? No, you shouldn't. It's okay.
That's the thing about streaming is you actually could if you wanted. You could go. and
Wardrobe
you could
change. Just, yeah.
Pop in, pop out.
It's true.
Should I put on pants?
No, wait. Do we have to wear pants?
Just kidding.
Mine have dachshunds on them.
Nice.
Oh my god,
Love
that's
it.
what we should do. We should all get the most outrageous pants that we can and wear them all the time during quarantine.
Crazy,
love it.
crazy
I mean-
dance party.
Worn the same pair of pants forever. It's okay.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yes,
I
welcome
love that you
to
don't
a
have
glimpse.
to be clean anymore. You can just look clean. That's all that you
That's
really
all that
actually
matters.
have to
You can smell as bad as those goblins.
Oh yeah, or
Doesn't
worse.
matter.
Really.
Doesn't
Actually
matter.
worse. You would never know.
Okay, everybody. So
Anyway,
with that, yeah, let's jump back in. So to remind everybody, and in case you came in late, let me let you know that the party is in the monster town of Yaxis. And they went to the tavern where almost had an altercation, but managed to talk their way through it a bit, had some drinks, had a bit of a conversation, decided, they were actually called to the head of the town, Altunik. And as they made their way over, they were attacked by some crazy giant mosquitoes with goblins on their back. They seemed to be aiming for Ariset and Seville. However,
Skeeters.
you guys killed them. And now you've entered into the main building of Altunik in the library here. As you see, one by one, you all push back that leather flap and you move inside. And what you're first greeted as your eyes adjust to the darkness, and there are several these glass urns with candles inside. And within a moment, you realize why the flames are protected, because there are scrolls and books neatly organized in this vast space, and you see several different creatures look up at you and then return to their scroll copying or whatever. They have these beautiful wood desks and everybody working by this candlelight. And again, it has this really, it's a very pleasant kind of sweet, spicy smell in here. And the lizard folk guy stands there and he gestures you all over, and you make your way through this room. Hortzak's kind of taking the lead right now. Faruka, I imagine you're probably right behind him.
We're behind him.
Yeah, and you, the lizard guy pulls back another leather tarp and lets you in to a smaller chamber. And you see this massive shell is the first thing that you guys notice. Mm-hmm. And slowly the shell starts to rotate and turn, and you see a turtle. You see a tortoise person, and he's got this beautiful green and brown pattern on the back of his shell, and at the edges of the shell you can see the plates pull up a little bit, maybe with some age. His eyes gaze at each one of you and slowly smiles. Welcome each one of you. Please come in. Have a seat.
See? Much friendlier.
I just take a nap.
yeah.
Yeah, it may be for the best. Just lean up against the wall.
All right. Everything's spinning.
Here.
Oh,
I press
Do you
the
have a bucket of any kind?
I believe if
Yeah.
that sort of thing's gonna happen, I prefer that she step outside. We have a lot of important documents. here.
I mean, before he finishes,
And I
I
try
just
to catch it with my hands and
spray it all over. All over the turtle man.
I press the
Just
digitate.
projectile.
I press the digitate him clean. I gather it up and I try and form it into a nice pile and try and dry it with shape water.
Well,
and I pull out my
interestingly-
robe.
As it projectiles towards
Nice.
the gentleman, you see his hand barely moves, and it seems to hit this invisible kind of shield and just splash against it. And then Faruka, you're quick to kind of prestidigitation it
Oh,
quickly into a wall and vanish it magically.
This guy casts Wall of Force with that. No, fuck that.
Are you kidding? Wall of fire! Kill it with fire.
oh, does he clean me? Faruka, do you clean me too? Or am I still
No.
like kind of
it's like, hold on, just handle this. We'll go outside and we'll clean you off outside, away from all the paperwork. But real quick,
And he waves his hand again, Erisset, and you see it magically disappears from your hands. Once again, I'm going to say, if that's going to happen again, you need to leave.
Oh no, she's good
I'm
now.
good. I'm good. I'm just gonna close my eyes for a bit.
Yeah. Then I just kind of pet her head, just like squeeze her forehead, like, you know.
fantastic.
Well, your arrival was foretold. And he sits back and he pulls out this pipe and just watches you all.
This again.
Seriously, like that was foretold. The whole we would meet you in a tent and she would throw up in my hands.
This isn't a tent, first of all. And second of all, no, that would definitely not foretold.
I'm sorry.
What have you done to this one?
You know what? Sometimes it's just the wild sauce.
No.
in
The
the
laughing.
last.
She's got some of the laughing mushroom, has she?
She has a bit of the giggles.
It's been a long,
Just kind of-
stressful couple days.
Yeah, she's a little bit displaced, but don't mind her. It'll integrate.
My dear,
We've gone through a lot.
this is a place of magic, of knowledge, of information, and I do not have time to listen to your giggles. Do I have your attention now? Good.
Yes.
Now, the foretelling of your arrival was not done through any magical means, no. I used something that, well, when equipped by the right person, is far more powerful than magic. I used my brain. You see, we have unwanted visitors nearby, and I knew with these dark wizards that others would come. So while I didn't know it would be you, I knew others would come to do something. For good or for evil, I don't know. That remains to be seen. But it seems our lives are intertwined a bit. And since you are in my town, and luckily you are accompanied with Faruka, I want to know what you're doing here. And quickly.
Faruka, is this guy?
Yes.
Is this the guy you said
Yes.
that?
Yes. Just go with it. Trust him. If you want to know something, he is the one to tell you.
Knowledge
Alright.
and information is our passion. As is the arcane arts.
Okay.
My name is
Well-
Otunik, and it is a pleasure to meet you, unless it is not. So please start talking.
All
Okay.
right, we're after necromancers. That's about as simple as we can get it.
Seville, I talked to you about diplomacy. I thought we had this conversation 10 minutes ago about diplomacy.
What are you talking about, diplomacy? And I go into her mind. I'm not the one that murdered someone in cold blood and deals with things with a dagger to the throat. I've got this. Trust me. Sir, it's the simplest thing we can be said is necromancers. These whatever you're calling them, black cloaked figures that are spoiling the environment or doing damage to your people. That's what we're after. Can you tell us anything about them?
I can.
Okay, look. They might want a little context, so I'm happy to tell you more. If Faruka, you believe he is trustworthy, I'm going to
Sure.
go out on a limb and I'm going to announce myself formally. I am Erisset Favriel. I am to be queen of the Moon Elf Kingdom when my father passes.
Which
And
kingdom?
I've come to the Moon Elf Kingdom. It's from It's from very far in the north. And anyway,
And he moves forward and he puts his pipe down and he moves kind of into the light. You see his eyes are this like beautiful kind of golden, and they seem to almost glow under their own volition, and they piercingly stare at you. What kingdom? Where are you from?
I like try to gesture at Faruka, like, is this guy for real legit? Like, you could really tell him anything, or
If you want to know something, you better be on equal terms.
Yes,
DM.
John.
Is there a Northern Elven kingdom that I'm aware of?
Yeah, there definitely is, but not a moon elf kingdom. That sounds different for you.
Yes. Can I? What is the name of the kingdom that
As-
is?
As I'm quickly pulling up my map to remember, because we haven't even. I'm going to send it to you because we haven't mentioned it on the show yet. I'll send it to you. Well, my dear, are you going to tell me or keep me in this lovely, palpable suspense?
I've come because I'm haunted by visions, perhaps premonitions of a darkness that anybody with light in their heart would do anything that they could do to stop. And I've come to meet it in its face and destroy it, so it does not destroy that which I hold dear.
That's certainly interesting, but I'm not sure it answers my question.
Then perhaps you will find my friend, who is Edgeguard, more helpful.
Well, if you're not going to tell me, and we have one of our local kingdom, well, not local here, but I know you, Edgeguard, not you personally. I certainly know your order. What are you doing this far south? How are you mixed up with the necromancers?
Well, I'm tracking them, and I'm trying to find out what they're up to, and I think I have. And so, if you pardon me, the intrusion here, who are you? And what do you have to do with the necromancers?
Well, I don't have anything to do with them. As I said, I am Otunik. This is my town, my creation. I've pulled this out of the muck of the swamp. And each member who comes to live here studies the arcane arts. We are going to build a grand and mighty city, the likes of which of our kind have never been seen before. So,
Tell me what these necromancers are doing to you, how they're impeding upon your progress.
well, they're taking our people, for one.
Right.
And they've taken quite a few, and they're upsetting my progress. They're stopping our missions, and I need them dealt with, but I'm afraid that they might be a bit beyond my force at this time.
Well, we've seen this before. These necromancers taking people, doing experiments to them, turning them undead. We've seen communities, at least a village, Erasetanai, that have been mind controlled, used for dark purposes, and I'm tracking them. They are, in short, trying to bring back the god Fornuge.
Bring back Fornuge. An ancient evil god to a godless land. Interesting.
There's certain areas, certain sites these necromancers are interested in.
What do you know of them?
Not much. They have to do with bringing Frenuge back. They may be ancient sites. They're trying to unlock something, destroy something, taint something, activate something. I don't know which, but I do know the locations, or at least in the general vicinity of where they're looking, and there are 5 of them. And one of them is around here, and that's why I'm here.
Yes, well. So you have some information, but you don't seem to know the specifics of the site. Now, I did not know there were 5 of them, but I know about this one quite well. So let me say this. I can give you information about this site. In exchange, I want you to tell me a bit more about where you're from, and perhaps you can help in our endeavors with this city.
Where I am from.
Not you. I'm not familiar with moon elves, and I know quite a lot.
I'll just look at Erisette, and I'll go into her mind.
Go ahead.
You know how knowledge is protected here, Erisette. This is really up to you whether you divulge that you are not from Anacroli and beyond. Use your discretion, don't tell them if you will, but this solely rests on you.
Why do you want to know such things?
Who doesn't want to know more?
Your friend over there that had too much drink. Some people get addicted to drink, or to smoke, or to killing, or thieving. My addiction is knowledge. Whether arcane or not, knowledge is the most powerful force that I have ever seen. So, you have information that I would like to have and add to my collection. I have information about your site that I think you need.
Well, see, you use a word that doesn't sit well with me. It's called addiction. So this craving you have, this insatiability for knowledge, when you know it's not readily available, what do you intend to do with
My dear
such
Edgar, we are
knowledge?
not in your kingdom. Information is available here. We're not in the confines of your pitiful kingdom and its control on information. We are many, many leagues from your kingdom. You and your rules and your laws have no jurisdiction down here.
Well, that is true.
Luckily.
I came from another dimension. I think, from another dimension. Okay, I did. All right, I did. Yes, I did. I think I did. And
Tell me about your dimension. I am studied in the planar arts as well. I still know nothing of moon elves.
it's by design. We're very private, very peaceful people.
How did you
We
travel?
mean no ill to others unless they mean ill to us.
Were you in Anacroli before the departing, or have you come since?
From what I can tell. Hence.
And you see, he's. Now, that is interesting. We're certainly having trouble moving and shifting between planes since the departing. So how did you get in here? And before you answer, let me tell you this. I am prepared to offer you as much help as I can with supplies and information. And I dare say Nock would love to meet with you, and he might even be able to give you some support with some travelers, able-bodied fighters. Now, do you want to see if we can do an exchange?
What do you love? Tell me what you love. You love knowledge, right?
I do.
What do your people love?
Safety.
All right. If that's what you love, then you want to align with me. Because I can tell you, my people told me what I was doing was insane, risky. They doubted whether I was even correct. I set out following only the voice in my spirit telling me that I knew I was right. I was poisoned on a ship and found myself in this land, and I have spoken now with goddesses that have appeared to us and told me I was right.
Eris said, don't you think you've said enough?
Yes, I do.
I don't think you've said enough. Which goddesses have appeared to you?
I
Also-
can't say anything else. I just want you to know that
Listen,
I'm right. I'm
we are
right.
running out of time
The danger,
here. Our
the
people are
danger that you
being
face in these
taken-
necromancers
Yes.
is, yes.
I know it is real. I know it. We're losing people by the day, and we are not prepared. We are not strong enough for that level of power. But if you're talking to goddesses, which should be impossible, you bring me hope. That not all is as it seems. So, you're from outside our realm, wherever this realm is. You don't have to tell me about the goddesses at this time. Perhaps my information will open your mind. The sites that you're looking for, again, I did not know there were 5, but that is interesting information. This one is an ancient temple of celestial origin, centered in the falls, which is a dangerous even for the swamps. But it is no longer as it was. Your necromancers have been here for over a month, I think, at this point. And fell things they have done there, for they have turned the land quite evil. A black plague spreads from it, corrupting as it goes. The land, the animals, the very air. And is it just the handful of you all who are going to stand up against this threat?
It looks like it.
Yes.
Haruka, are you involved in this now?
A friend of mine is missing, and I'd like him returned. And the spellcasters wizards at that will have knowledge, things we could use.
Perhaps. Though, as insatiable as my thirst for knowledge is, it is not so hungry to dabble in the truly evil side of the arcane arts.
Knowing evil will protect you from it.
To a degree, but it also corrupts.
Yeah.
And as you know, Faruka, sometimes deals and information has a price.
They always do.
Rosba seems to have paid it, perhaps. Still, do you want to hear about this site? Because I can tell you that you are being hunted even now, as I heard the buzzers came for you. I get the sense we are all running out of time.
That we are in agreement.
Good.
Why would we not want to hear what you have to tell us? I've told you so much. I think you owe us at least.
Tell me how you entered this realm, and I will tell you all that I know.
I've
How about
told you more than enough.
Well, first off, do you have many of these Yuan-Ti in this area?
We have.
I was not aware that they existed in Anacroli.
Oh, well, they're here in the swamps.
Yeah, then good enough then.
Not as common as others, and I think they come from originally deeper far in the south. What is now south. We have a few here. Why do you ask? It's a curious question.
Never saw one before. I saw one near Navir.
Wait, in Navir? A Yuan-Ti in Navir? That is
That's
unusual.
correct. I was told they weren't from those parts and weren't from Anacroli, so when I saw one at the tavern here
Interesting.
amongst the patrons, I was wondering, are they common in this area, or perhaps is it the same one that I saw in Devere?
I don't know, but I think we've gotten off to the wrong foot. I think we can help each other greatly. And you see, he kind of sticks out his neck and throws his arms forward, and he's on this like curved chair that's shaped perfectly to his shell, and kind of throws himself up on his feet.
Sick.
And now where is it? And he moves over to the corner and starts pulling parchment aside, and he grabs one. He comes back and he drags the table with him, moves it in front of all of you, and spreads out this parchment. And you all see detailed, almost like a topographical representation of this area, and you can see beautifully hand-drawn representations of all of these falls. It looks like the waters of the swamp seem to gather, all flowing to this spot where they cascade in these multiple drops of these falls. And down at the bottom, sitting on an island, is this temple, beautifully drawn and circular, a lot of kind of circular motifs on everything. This is the temple of which I speak. Treacherous to get to this, usually flying in is the only way. It is now, well, it was once a beautiful white stone, interlaced with this fine gold. It shone and glowed in the sunlight the few times that I managed to put my own eyes on it. Though I never did make it all the way down, I have talked to several people that have. And now, you'll have to forgive me, for some of this is speculation. For there were languages and information that those who visited could not decipher. But it seemed to be the origin of our world. These celestial points are incredibly powerful. They glow with an arcane energy that I have not seen the likes of. I've not even heard of such power being available. The necromancers are clearly tapping that power and have corrupted it in some way. I don't know how. You want to say something, Edgeguard?
Yeah. These celestial points, that coincides with what I know. That they're unlocking something that may be trapped there. Something that they may be corrupting or freeing. But I think this has something to do with the departing as well.
Well, I have speculation on that as well, but I don't have information. I do
Why have
have...
you not gone there yourself yet? Why have you not been there? You who thirst so much for knowledge.
Well, I do. And also, I have an enjoyment of my life, and so I am cautious. And I have now people who go out and collect information for me. I learned of the corruption when several I had sent to that site to map all of the language, and the designs on the inside never returned. And the ones I sent after them never returned. And then we sent scouts, and we saw what was happening. And since that time, we have been losing people over and over.
Faruka, is this your friend? One of the people he's speaking about?
No. Like Wesbud, he's a barfly. He's more of a drunk and a storyteller. I don't know why they take him. I'm not even sure where he is.
Faruka's
When he
right, he's
went.
probably in the belly of a swamp worm or something at this point.
Oh, just stop. Just stop.
Well, look, let me get to the point. How long have the necromancers been around this site?
For the best we can guess, we discovered them about 3 weeks back, but they've already done some work, so it's been at least a month that they've been here.
Can you show us the way? Is it on this map?
Not on this map, but I can definitely show you the way.
Please,
Well, that's
could
a
you?
good sign.
Without delay. The longer they're there, the stronger they get.
How do we get down to the temple?
It is a treacherous path. You have to pass through or by the crystal pools, and we're having issues there as well. So we're advising people to move around. What is it, Faruka?
I look towards our nice drunk friend. Someone wants to visit the nice crystal pools. She wants to have a good time, I'm told.
Told you she'd get us killed.
All right. Now, I don't think we've seen a fire genasi in this area before.
Wake up. He's talking to you. Wake up.
What is her name? What is her name?
Rika?
Faruka. Will you go get Nock and bring him in?
Yes. Oh, and I don't know if you've examined one of these things that have been experimented on, but it looks like they've been using one of the local weeds for their experiments.
What?
I just drop it at his desk, and I go back to grab
And he
Nock.
quickly starts hovering over it, and you see his hands are moving. He's doing something to it. And then he looks back up. What is her name? Yes, you. Listen, this is all going a bit slow. I need this to move quickly. We've lost people, and with you here, you're another target. Faruka will bring back Nock, he will help you. I've told you what I could. Tell me what you can, all of you. Or go and do what you can. Nock knows something of some dangers at a pool. The crystal pools down south.
Well, then we should speak to Nock.
He's on his way.
Do you have any tools you could provide us? Potions or helpful
I said I would, yes.
items?
I would for exchange of information, but if this is all I get, I will just simply give you a map. And Hotzak, I know the way. I don't need a map.
Wait a minute. You're saying you have things that you can give us that you're holding out on us when we're about to go down to the crystal pools and this temple for you. Come on.
Well, are you not?
I welcome you to find 6 other people willing to do your dirty work for you.
Are you holding out information on me? Perhaps we are holding out on each other. I simply asked, how did
really.
you pass into this realm? Planar shifting is extremely valuable right now because it can't be done, and yet you say you are from outside? You say you talk to goddesses, and yet you won't give me the information of which I want.
The goddesses are here. They're in Anacroli. If you want to commune with one, go to Makutha. It's in the Dolgrim Mountains. There's an essence of Chaturel there. Old goddess.
Is that the goddess that you spoke to?
Eriseth and I communed in a way.
With Velkar, not
verbally.
Chaturel.
No,
But listen,
there's Chaturel and
With
Velka.
Valka.
I don't really know
Valka.
how.
And he
I don't know how we got here.
goes over and he's pulling a tome, and you see he's shifting through pages. Ah, yes. Very old goddess.
Yeah, something with the something of war.
I have
or
an idea.
Victory.
Yes,
conqueror.
truth and war. Listen. If you can help, and you will come back after completing that task and tell me what you know, I will equip you best we can with the supplies that we have. I don't know how much will help you. But I will do what I can.
Good, because I'll tell you all you want to know about the goddesses that are punching through right now, or perhaps remnants or something in Anacroli.
I knew it was possible somehow. Good. Okay. Well, and a moment later, Faruka, you come back through the flap, and behind him is a massive minotaur. And you just see the bull head, and he's got a huge ring in his nose, and the horns going up.
Nice.
Are these prey, or
No,
what
don't
am I
eat
to
'em.
do with them?
Don't eat them.
I am hungry. No, Knock. We might need to help them. They're going to the site. You said you've got something about the pools. Do you all have any information? You see, Knock. We know there's something bad that has been capturing and pulling people deeper into the crystal pools. We've just seen some like tentacle type things in there, but we don't have much information. We were about to form a party to go after it. You all willing to join?
Perfect.
I'm down. Yes.
Lead the way.
Do you have a bed first?
No.
Can you do something about this? Sober her up or help her out a little?
Or do you just need a rest?
And he raises
A
his
long
hand,
rest, preferably.
and you see this energy starting to coalesce around his hand, and it connects with Rika, and you feel, Rika, the breath pulled out of you for a moment, and as if all the toxins and pain in your body just get sucked and seep out of you, and whoosh, it's gone, and you are stone sober and alert and feel amazing. Yes, there
Did that
you go.
count as a long rest?
No, but you are not under the influence anymore.
Was I short rested after my nap? Did my nap count as a short rest?
You haven't been short resting for an hour yet. But I like what you're
Okay.
thinking. I like what you're thinking.
Only need one.
Short rest
Try what
patrol.
you can.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
There. Well, what is it you need? And
All
we
right.
go.
Let's go then. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's do it.
I just go outside. Is he always like that? Is that why he annoys you? Faruka.
Well, you just went outside, right, Faruka?
I know. I don't know why I assumed he followed me.
Yeah.
I'm like, we were vibing there, right? Right, Faruka? You and me? I thought.
Edgeguard,
I'm annoyed.
what do you need? Tell me what you need, and then be on your way. We can certainly help you the best we can.
If you have anything that'll, maybe some potions of healing, something of mending, if we're facing any kind of, I don't know, resistances or something, fire, something of that, necromantic magic, you know, anything you can give us, really. Some resistances, some healing potions, that would go a long way. And you and I can exchange information as we see fit.
I think we do have something. Well, first of all, I'm sending Faruka with you, and he's one of my best pupils. If a bit cantankerous and quick to deal with those he shouldn't. However, I think the one thing that I can help you with is actually a rather nasty tasting herb that we grow that you will find if you can suffer it down, we'll help protect you from necromantic danger. And that will give you some protection. And then, of course, mending. I mean, I have a mending scroll you can have. That's a bit of an odd request. What else? Faruka, what else do you want?
By mending, yes, but I mean more healing. Body type.
Well, we don't have a lot of healing potions here, but
I don't know. Mending will be fine then.
Protection from the necromantic magic. We need that.
that we can give you. Faruka, you can get some from Stippy. He'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Any enhancements with speed?
Ah, yes, I think I have a scroll for that. And he goes off again and starts sifting through. Yes, this one here, and he hands you a scroll of haste.
Hey, yo, this will be
That's big money.
much appreciated. And I'll be sure to
As
pay
your hand
this
goes
weight
around it,
in knowledge.
He pulls it back a little bit. Okay, just make sure it's a two-sided arrangement, because I want to know. And if you are successful, I would appreciate anything that you could bring back from the temple. Any writings that you happen to see there, we'll translate for you.
Standard work.
Good,
Certainly.
good. Excellent. Well, don't let me keep you. Good day.
All right.
Go.
Come on, Rika, get up. You good?
I told you I'm fine. Let's go.
And right before we leave, I'll lean over to Unok and tell him there's a demigod in the crystal pools. And then I walk away.
And you say, oh. And you walk.
Walk away.
Knock, come back. And you see Knock had started to leave with you, but he goes back in. The rest of you walking out. What do you want to do?
Let's go visit Stippy. He'll have some necromantic weed for us.
Did you get
Ready?
anything out of him at all? He was just full of hot air, wasn't he?
Oh, he is insufferable to such a degree. It grinds my mind so much. But he knows more than me, so I bear it. If you
What did I
wanna-
miss?
A lot.
Huh.
So, Faruka, when he says he has quite the fondness, or as he said, addiction to knowledge, what does that mean exactly?
That
What's his
he
behavior?
Oh, that's everyone here. We all research, we all study, we're looking into the secrets of magic, the history of this land. We're looking for everything because, well, what did he say? The disappearing, or what do you call it?
The abandonment.
That's. We've been trying to research what was going on. I mean, I'm not from this part of the swamp. I'm from further south. And one day, the south is gone. Just gone. And many of us are. Most of the people here are people who from further south, and we can't go home. Some of us would like to go there. Some of us have found other things to do. Knowledge fills your time. Not dying also do. But like you said, if you want to know things, you have to do things. So are you ready? We'll grab something from Stippy's. He's the one who runs the trade up front, and we could make this quick.
How far a journey is it?
Let's go.
Wait, where's Knock?
But he said something about flying. We can't get there unless we fly.
Well, let's talk to Knock. He'll know more. DM, is Knock around, or is he still inside?
He's still inside.
Wait here. I'll go back in.
As you
No
start to
walking?
approach, Nock comes out. You see his full Minotaur form just towering over everybody. And he just walks past you, headed towards Stippy's.
All right, let's go. Onward, onward.
So it's far. How many days? 2 days.
To what?
The Crystal Springs.
Probably about a day. To the pools, a day.
What about the necromantic site?
Another day beyond.
Should we rest first?
I'd really like to rest.
Do we have
Can we
time to
rest
rest?
inconspicuously?
If you want me to do anything useful, I've got to take a rest.
This is why we pace ourselves.
Knock. How much time would you think it would take to gather a few folks to make our way down south? Do we have time to wait, or do you want to go now?
Well, Altunik seems to want everyone to go now, but I can gather people quickly. I have several at the Prowler's Pride waiting now.
If we go now, we'll have people with us. We won't be alone.
Are we going on foot?
Boat.
Oh, then you can rest on the boat, Rika.
A long rest.
A
the
day's
swamp.
rest, even maybe.
If we go now, we might catch them by surprise.
Yeah, I don't think
Surprise.
we can afford to spend an entire evening here. We need to move.
We have
All right,
two
well, then
options.
somebody can carry me.
If we leave now, we will have to make camp before making the pools, which will be tomorrow. Or we can rest and do a full day's journey and meet the pools in the evening. I don't
no.
think that's a good idea. I think we should
Let's-
No,
move.
we'll go now. We'll
go
go
now.
now, and I'll let you rest. I'll take care of you, Rika.
All right, let's do it.
Let's swing by
It's not my
Stippy's.
favorite, but I'm not going to argue with everybody else anymore. So I've had enough arguing for today.
You'll just be tired. It builds some of your nice character.
Faruka, why don't you go ready the boat? And I will have Stippy bring the items to you.
All right.
Do you need anything else? From,
Ink and paper. We might find things there. I'll need more. Always. I mean,
Always.
it's me.
Very well. I'll go see who I can round up.
I'll go towards the boat.
All right. So
As Nock leaves, can I follow him?
yeah,
The Minotaur?
yeah, absolutely. So the rest of you all going down to the boat?
Yeah.
Okay. Keon, you follow the Minotaur, and he passes very close to the tower that's being constructed. Moves past another large building, and you see through the open doorway that looks like there are racks of all kinds of meat that are being dried and salted. And there's some smoke coming out of another door. It looks like there's also a smoking kind of facility in there. You also see like partially butchered animals in there, but Nock keeps walking. to another building, and there is a huge skull of some kind of creature that you are not familiar with. And it has horns similar to his own, except it also has another set that come out of the bottom jaw, and these massive teeth. And he goes inside. This one actually has like a thick, heavy door. He opens up and moves inside. And as he turns, he spots you kind of clanking behind him. What?
I thought I might see what Stippy has in reserve. I'm willing to pay.
This is not Stippy's, this is the Prowler's Pride. This is our hunting organization.
Would you point me in the right direction?
Oh, won't even listen to the... Very well, it's that building. Your friends just walked past it on the way down to the boat.
Right on. Cool. And I'll go into Stippy's.
Okay. He kind of looks at you for a moment, slams the door in your face. You make your way over to another little building. It's got a like 8-foot walkway over some really putrid-looking swamp water. The building is one of the few that's just sitting actually on the water. The rest of the buildings here are mostly on land. And you see all kind of various things for sale here laid out. You see several different pieces of armor, but it's all leather. You see like plain leather, you see studded leather. You see some weapons that are lined up, but only a couple. All of the studded armor and the weapons have the same dark metallic look. There's a black metal look to it. And there are various supplies that you kind of your standard thing, but you finally catch sight of this little green person moving about, and you pause for a second because it looked like a gnome size, but you see this like dark green hair and kind of lighter green skin, and he's kind of darting, and he catches sight. Oh, hello. What can I do for? Whoa. And he kind of like takes in the armor and starts backing up.
Relax.
And he's reaching over for like a bell that you see that's over on the counter.
Altonik sent me.
He sent you to do what?
I'm looking for a root that can help defend against dark magic.
You looking to take it from me?
I'm looking to buy it from you.
Oh, well, in that case, what can I help you for? I've not seen your cards shiny.
I'm sure not.
All the metal shiny. So what is it you need?
There is a root, which I believe you sell, and it will help defend against dark magic. I need it. I would like to buy it from you.
Oh yes, I have. I've got. It's quite pricey though. You have gold, you say?
I do.
Very well. How much would you be wanting of it?
Now I'm sure Altonik will send for some more, but let's say. Well, how much does it cost?
It's 100 gold for a 4-hour supply. That's, yes, 100 gold.
As this gnome pulls that number out of his ass.
Shh. Kian doesn't know that.
I take it you don't get too many customers with hundreds of gold coming around every day.
What do you
So
take
I'll
this
take-
establishment for? All the time.
I'll take 10 hours worth for 200 gold.
10 hours for 200. Now, collection of this weed, this root, is extremely difficult. I put my life in peril to collect this, and it will save. Are you going to deal with the wizards, the dark wizards? Because I'll give you a discount. I'll give you a discount.
I am.
300 gold. And it's a deal.
I just walk out the door. I'm off.
Okay. Come back. Oh. It's a man after my own heart. Okay. 200 for 10 hours, a deal.
Deal. And I'll pay.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted some I wanted some extra. I was thinking that Alternate might give us some, but if we could get some more,
Smart.
that would be
Yeah.
ideal.
Is there anything else that I can tempt you with? One of these blades, for example, would look very nice against your shiny armor. This black, dangerous blade wielded by you would be so interesting. And he starts kind of just like grabbing various things. Now this flower. This will make you very good in the bed. The ladies will line up for you.
Oh my God. Line
Just walk
up.
out the door.
Oh wait, no, wait. The men too. It's damn. But then you just hear behind you, he's just like counting his gold and going back inside.
Yeah, of course he is.
Okay. All right. The rest of you are down at the boats, and where you all docked your boat, there were several other boats that are tied up there. And one is a bit larger, and Faruka, you know that this boat is one that it's used, for official business, going out on missions and whatnot. What are you guys doing?
Well, I am climbing into the boat, taking up the entire bottom, stretching out, and like cozying up to take a nap.
And I'm like trying to squeeze in next to her, and I don't know how big this boat is, but like I'm a big person. I'm 6'1", and I'm like sideways because I told her I'd help her rest. So I'm like,
I like take all my hair and I use it as like a pillow and like put the rest over my face to like block out everybody.
do you want my
Knock.
cape? And I take my cape and I'm like tucking her in a little with my cape, like
And I just go,
Nock's not here
And-
yet.
Okay,
Yep.
so DM, just to
Yeah.
say, when I got the scroll of haste, did he hand me something that deals with necromantic resistance?
Not yet.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
you.
I grab, just to the side, I grab Seville as he's going towards the boat. Hey,
Hey.
that scroll, would you like it cast once or would you like it cast several times?
Really? Several
Yes.
times, of course.
You let me review that scroll, I could get a better idea of how to use it.
Be my guest, of course.
Thank you.
That'd be appreciated.
He's so much kinder the first time he meets someone. Well, the first time. Good. Very, very good. All right. We'll just wait for Nock. We'll get our supplies. We'll be out soon. I'll get studying on this and hopefully we'll have our nice little foray into the crystal pools. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
While we wait, DM, I'm gonna take out my herbalism kit, and I'm actually gonna start grinding up some of that root in the mortar and pestle.
Oh, okay. Great. And you don't have to wait long. You see Nock coming down the path and joining you. Throws a bag kind of, yay size. You see there's like these kind of green leaves sticking out. That's from Altunic. That's a bunch of the local herb that will help with necromantic power.
Very good.
And Keon, you hear that, you look over, and it's like, it's a lot more than you purchased. You're just kind of like,
I need extra.
Just for yourself,
yeah. Right, we're ready to go.
All right.
Is this the only boat? Or
It's
are
the
we taking
good boat.
2 boats?
It's our best boat.
It's
Hasn't even been
Cozy
sunk
boat.
lately.
Yeah, it's very nice. It
very
stays
cozy.
afloat. No, it's our best boat. It's the one that stays afloat. I mean, it takes a beating, but hey, keeps floating.
And you know, you look at it.
Is there
it's,
room for all of us to sit, given that Rika has just like stretched out all across the whole boat?
Indeed, it's got like 3 different benches that go across for sitting, with 3.
Oh my
different-
god, it's like the Mama-mobile of boats.
It's actually pretty big, and it's a flat bottom boat. You can see.
I was picturing like a canoe when I was like taking up the entire thing.
Yeah, me too.
Literally,
No, this is
it's
like,
like-
this is like that big car
I
that's
literally
in
have
front
the
of
mini
you.
of it. It's like this right
Hey.
here.
Soccer
Yeah.
mom boat.
It is. It's the SUV of swamp boats.
Well, that changes things.
Yeah, but it is like you can see it's pretty battered. You know, it's had a life here in the swamp, but it's strong wood, and there are oars attached to the side, just like your boat. It's a pretty standard kind of thing down here.
All right. Well, then I comfortably kind of position myself next to Rika, and secretly hope that Seville squeezes in next to me. Like I'm like, there's not much room, but there's room still here in the back seat.
Oh, of course, sit with Erised.
And Nock looks at you like, I assume you'll be sitting up and helping, and not just
No.
sleeping.
No, I promised I would help her get a rest. That's my promise and oath as an elf queen.
Great people you found, Faruka.
Yes, so very helpful. I know. Don't worry. I mean, if Orset wants to row for her, that's fine.
I will when she's asleep.
Okay. All right. So you all pile into the boat, and yeah, it's just this a weird boat loading.
She's like nuzzled
moment.
into my shoulder. Look at her. She's so cute. Look at her. She's finally getting some rest.
Wow, it's already been an hour.
I mean, you're coming up on an hour of not having done much except walk around. So
An hour of trying to finagle your rest.
it's gonna be. I can see it's gonna be a constant short rest barter that's gonna be happening here. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good.
I feel you, Rika. I think episodes 1 through 11 were all me somehow trying to get a short rest.
I rolled like a long rest, so that's gonna be. We're gonna see that happens. We're gonna make it happen.
DM.
Yeah.
In my herbalism kit, now that I've like ground up some of that root, can I look for some like simple ingredients that might act as like a viscous substance that I can like turn the root into like a thick, maybe like an oily paste? Like not looking for any like particular like herbal ingredients, but actually just like something to turn it into a paste.
You want to look around your environment to see if you can find something.
My understanding was that they were in the herbalism kit is like some simple,
in the kit itself.
like
okay.
simple
okay.
herbs. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You have these little vials, and you're very familiar with this kit. So yes, you definitely have something in there that is a thickening solution, essentially, that you always have and you always keep stocked.
Mm-hmm. And I'll once I've got that and I've ground the root up into sort of a pasty glue, I will take a cloth and I will coat it in the root, and I'll begin wiping Dudagnir, my great sword, with the paste.
Interesting. Cool.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. You see, Nock looks back at you. I see you've done a bit of hunting too.
Non-magical weapons, everybody. Magic fucks with them really bad.
Nice. All right. And okay, so you're all in the boat and you all set out. And as you push deeper into the swamp, we're gonna cut. We're gonna do a check here. I want to have one of you roll a d10 for me. Decide on who you wanted to do it. It should probably be the person who's sort of kind of navigating, perhaps.
So not me.
Ortsak.
I'll navigate.
Farouk. Farouk. It's his deal. Yeah, it's
Definitely,
his,
yeah.
I mean, I'll have a minor illusion floating along with us of like the route we should be taking.
That's cool.
All right. I rolled an 8.
An 8. Okay. So you set out, Faruka, and you know this area very well. You know you have this all mapped out, and it's easy to head essentially due south. You get this idea to cut over to the right a little bit as you see there's a bit of these. So again, in the swamp, you know, you have the water, it's kind of water everywhere, right? But there are channels that you can find between the vegetation, between the trees. And at the last second, you stick your oar in and just really, you know, you fight the current and you turn the bow of the boat and you go down this smaller channel. And once you get in there, you feel the boat speed up. Like you found a flow through this area. And that's going to take some time off your travel. So,
Yes.
Nice.
well done.
But not too much time.
Well done on the. You're good at a short rest now. You guys. Yes. Jeez. Do it. Mark it. Short
Yes.
rest, girl.
I'm gonna still try to stay asleep long enough though. So I'm gonna for long rest. I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm still
Day's
sleeping, guys.
journey. Yeah. I'm really good at helping people sleep.
Okay.
Do you have like a neck pillow?
I've used my hair thus far, and I'm covered in Arisette's cape.
Yeah, I tucked her in
Over my
swaddle
head,
style. It's like
you know.
tucked in around her on her body,
Nice.
you know, where it's like scooted under, and then around her feet like a little cap, and she's
And maybe I put something like over, like
No.
DIY earplugs, just to like.
Is it like a
You are
business?
not waking me up easily.
And then
it
I've
business class in
taken
this
some
boat?
moss and I put moss on her eyes like
Yes.
this. It's like this.
Cucumbers.
She's got moss.
Put on a movie. No, that's fantastic. Okay. Just to let you all know, at this point, I'm gonna say, because let's see, you had the long rest, you got down here, yeah. So we're kind of pushing into evening now, and the sun is starting to fade. What would you guys like to do? You want to keep pushing on, or you want to start looking for a place to make camp?
We need to make camp.
Yeah. I imagine so. There are spies everywhere in this swamp.
Nock, do you know any good spots?
There's not much, but and I think we're gonna have to keep watch and be careful tonight. There's nowhere we can hide between
That's
here
fine.
and the pools.
I can help with that.
Is there at least a strip of land we could sit on?
Yeah, there are quite a few coming up. So, and he starts, just keeping a lookout. And about 20 minutes later, and the sun is now completely down. The sky is this like cold gray as the light is fading. Finds a nice area of raised land, surrounded by some really nice thick trees. So you guys get out, tie the boat up, and Nock actually grabs it and pulls it up on its side, pulling it out of the water. So it's just up on one kind of rail, and he lashes it to some trees, and starts setting up camp.
Okay. I stay on the boat next to Rika, who's sleeping, I think.
Oh, right.
Right?
I guess I'm
Right?
still sleeping. Why not?
should
Yeah,
get to
I was
Kroger,
gonna help
right?
and make some fire for the camp, but maybe I'm just still asleep because I don't know what we got here. That makes more sense.
I don't know. Well, should we roll to see if she got jolted awake while you pulled the boat up?
I mean, it's been
We're on its
hours at
side.
this point, so you're not. It hasn't been 8 hours, so you don't have a long rest. But you're well rested and you're napping.
Can we roll to see if she woke up while
Well,
they did that?
not.
Because otherwise, I want to stay with her and do
No,
like
she's awake because the
watching
boat,
everybody.
like the boat is up on
Oh,
its side.
okay.
Like
I'm awake?
literally,
Okay.
you can pull out of the boat. Yeah,
Oh, so
Oh,
was
you
like-
lazy fucks!
make camp.
I crankily produce flame to make the fire so that no one has to do any work to make the fire
Nice.
because I'm so generous.
Just out of the blue, just
Yeah.
Nice.
This is where we're making camp. Right here.
good.
Okay. I'm gonna start doing two things. I'm gonna do a ritual of tiny hut over the boat so it doesn't get hit by anything, and then I'll do a ritual of the tiny huts over the fire, just so it's like we have at least 2 safe spaces to work with.
Oh my god, I love that.
cast
Oh,
that
I love it,
twice?
love
Like
it.
burning
you
sage.
As a ritual,
Yeah, but
can
you
I
have to be inside it. I think the
It's a
moment.
concentration spell.
Yeah, it's concentration, and if you leave it, I think it.
Not on this file. It's just a set
Ritual
it
is
up.
different.
Yeah, if you cast
No.
it as a ritual, takes 11 minutes, and it just set up and it's going for 8 hours.
Really?
Dang.
Wow, that's awesome.
All right, let's
I like
let's
it.
do it. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
And how big is it again?
It's a 10-foot dome.
Okay, because the boat is bigger than that.
Circumference.
But I mean, you could protect a good portion of it.
Well, at least try.
Yeah,
Just like,
Nice.
you can certainly try.
I mean, all water everywhere.
Okay.
And then after I finish the ritual, I just start studying the haste scroll and trying to scribble it into my book as fast as I can.
Okay, cool.
All right, I'm scouring the whole perimeter to see if I pick up anything at all. Anything fey, anything foul, anything.
Okay. Well, you can either do investigation or perception, depending on like how much you're truly getting
It
down.
doesn't
and
really
looking.
matter because
Okay.
I rolled a 3, so I basically don't know what's wrong with me.
You're kind of
except for-
stomping around the woods and just looking,
Okay.
La, 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 la.
there are no giant creatures here.
What's my problem? I don't know.
Yeah. And it's now basically dark. There's very little remnant light left. And the fire
Yeah.
is casting a nice bright glow because it's quite a large fire that Rika conjured. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm setting up any entranceways into the camp, any walkways, pathways that I see that are unobstructed. I'm going to tie a string and attach my like little bells at about a foot off the ground, and just make my little makeshift alarms around the campfire, around the camp
Okay.
from the forest side.
Okay. And Hortzak, you see once again, kind of strips off some of his gear, puts it in by the fire, and then goes back to the river and dives in.
Wow.
Goodbye.
I, as a trick, take his gear and hide it someplace. So when he comes out, he can't find it.
Since I'm by the fire, so you get his house burnt down. You haven't spent all his money on the drinks you owe the town. And now you're going to move all his gear out of his sight. All right.
Yeah. 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 My dad told me that humans and anyone who's not an elf appreciates practical jokes. So this is how I'm trying to build rapport. I was taught that this is how you create friendship.
Nog
I think it's
leans
gonna go
down
over.
right into your face, his giant bull head. Don't do that with my stuff. And he stands back up, towering over you, and goes back to making camp.
I think he meant that. Pretty sure he's serious.
Yeah, well, I would agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we've got Leomund's tiny hut, right?
Yes, 2 of them.
So we can just chill in that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Up to 9 people per dome.
Oh my!
Or, well, with 1 boat and then 9 people.
And a minotaur.
Yeah.
That's like
well, probably less. A lot less.
It's gonna be tight.
Ooh, cool. And I again am like watching to see where Seville plans to be, so I can just coincidentally end up in the same place he's gonna be. Like I'm just casually just waiting to see where everyone settles, so I end up exactly next to him. in the night.
And you see Nock, who goes over and he pulls out a bedroll and he puts it down, and he's like right on the edge of where everybody is in this space that's been kind of cleared for the camp, where the like branches of the bushes kind of go right over him, and he kind of tucks in there. You see he pulls out 2 blades and puts them over his chest and just kind of closes his eyes as he goes to sleep. He's like, "Wake me when it's my watch."
Will do. I'll be up for 4 hours copying the spell down, so if you want to get some sleep, then now's the time. I'll be up for a bit.
All right. I was just hanging out with old squirrel friend. We were just I make friends with them very quickly, so we were just like hanging out, and like I just was like away from everybody for a few minutes because like I need to decompress from all the humans because they're awful. Not humans, I'm sorry, elves and humans and minotaurs and whatnot. Hobgoblins.
Squirrel
And-
friend.
Oh, it's Mad Bird.
No, you're good. And now when I realize that there's a safe place for me to get some rest again, I'm like, and I bring the squirrel along with me on my shoulder, and I make my way over and I try to settle down for an 8-hour rest.
Okay. All right. What about the rest of you?
Slip into reverie next to Arisette.
Okay.
I'll reach over and hold her hand.
Okay. All right. So who's on watch?
Well, seeing as no one else is actually
Faruka?
taken, but you have to be inside the hut, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I think you do. I mean, I have to go back and look at the ritual casting of Liam's tiny hut. I thought you had to be inside it, but if if we're letting one go, so I'm gonna say you can be outside of it, just for this time.
No, you're
until I-
right. Yeah, the spell ends if you leave its area.
Yeah,
So yeah, I can only have one. So
Yeah.
I'll just have it for the group.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And seeing as we got members outside of the hut, correct? Because the Minotaur's outside the hut.
Yeah, the Minotaur doesn't want to go in.
I'll go sit by the fire and take first watch.
Well, I'll be up with you.
Or the fight's out.
I'm going to be working to get this spell down. So let me know if you want to talk.
And wait, the hut is over the fire or next to it or something?
I imagine it's
right?
next to it.
Yeah,
So you're
okay.
inside the hut.
Yeah.
I'm outside it because there's a Minotaur's outside it.
And you all
So we don't
die
have
of
a powwow.
Sleeping
asphyxiation.
Well, asphyxiation smoke, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and you can those inside the hut. You can see through the walls of the hut, of this magical hut. So you're protected, but you can see out of it. Unless
Yeah,
you
not into it, but out of it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it depends on what do you make it look like, Faruka?
It's just a nice clear dome that falls over the area. I can dim the lights if anyone needs, but otherwise it's just you'd have to touch it to know it's there. Just a nice little force wall.
That's
Very just very particular. Nothing you could actually visually see.
Nice. Okay.
That's a fancy trick.
It's a useful trick on the swamp.
Thank you, Faruka.
Yes. Don't bother me right now.
I will use my complete lack of dark vision and not being able to see anything to keep a lookout.
I send Kaz to sit on his shoulder and just look him in the eye.
That's not gonna scare anybody.
Yeah. Nice. This large hawk.
Awkwardly
right.
long facial contact with.
Kian, roll perception check for me.
Can I do it with help because of Bird?
No.
Bird doesn't have dark vision
Okay.
either.
So I guess that's at disadvantage.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to see past, because you have light that's going to be traveling from this large fire, but seeing if you want to try to really pierce through that and see beyond the firelight, then yeah, you would be at disadvantage.
Okay. That's a 10. DC2.
Everything looks great, dude. You're all on edge. You just hear the sounds of the swamp and the stuff that you've seen. You particularly feel out of your element with all this armor on, and you're used to that, but just you have an unease feeling, but you don't see anything.
It's just a tranquil night in the Necromancer Swamp.
Yeah, what could happen?
La la. What could go wrong?
So your hour passes, no problem.
And I'll go back into the hut. I'll wake Seville. Your watch friend.
All right. Anything? Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
All right.
Yeah, Farouk is still up.
I'll step outside the hut. Are you coming?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So Arasat and I will step outside of the hut and sort of guard Faruka as he continues to study and watch the.
You can each
with our elf eyes.
Yeah, you can each roll perception, or one person can do it at advantage, whatever you guys want.
All right, we'll each do it.
What do your elf eyes see?
What do your elf's eyes see?
Same as yours. Stop being racist.
I
I just saw that
spy
meme.
my little elf eyes. Are we rolling perception here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 17.
15.
Ooh.
Okay.
Lady Hawk.
Yeah. Well, actually, speaking of that, it's interesting. So as you're sitting by the fire and you're looking out through the bright glowing fire, reflecting on all the vegetation nearby and off the water beyond that, you see a pair of eyes out there, maybe 40, 50 feet away from the edge of your camp, watching.
What kind of eyes?
The moment that it's hard to tell, except they seem a little too spread to be humanoid, and the fact that they have that kind of cat-like reflective element to it, but the moment you connect with them, they blink and are gone.
I just get this kind of weird feeling, and I kind of look at Arasat and you ever wonder where Snack went?
Do you think?
I don't know. I just thought he, might have run away, but.
I immediately cast. What is it? I have an ability, primeval awareness. Yeah, to sense whether there's anything dangerous near us, within a mile of us. And I do I, Judd? Is it dangerous what those eyes were?
Are you casting that? Or
I am, yeah.
We're not casting it, but you're utilizing that skill.
I'm casting primeval awareness, yeah, to see if those eyes belong to something that might have been fae or fiend, undead, celestial, something like that, or if it was more just like a natural kind of animal presence.
And it's for 1 mile, right?
Yeah.
So you close your eyes and you concentrate, feeling out into the space that you have been taught to do, and concentrating especially where you saw those eyes. You don't sense anything there, but as it pushes out more, there's definitely something at the edge that feels fiendish, that seems to be circling. As your awareness of it hits, it vanishes, and then you feel it again, but it's moved, and it seems to be moving in a circular pattern as it moves in and out of your awareness. And while that doesn't tell you exactly where things are, you can feel that it's entering and leaving your perception, and you're just getting this sense that it's going all around you. And that sounds like the hair on the back of your neck and your arms starts to stand up. It is a creepy feeling.
Sybil, I don't know about that eye. I saw some eyes, and I don't know, but something worse, something that wishes us ill is near, and it's circling us.
All right. We better alert the others then. I don't want this thing to get a drop on us.
Can we hide ourselves somehow?
Well,
Is there anything we can do?
I think we can get protection inside these domes that Faruka created here. So let's get inside. What did you discern? What were you looking at?
I saw a pair of eyes. It's funny, just
saw
as
it
you were
too,
saying that about Snack, you saw it too.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if it could be tracking us. It's possible. Valka didn't say anything about whether Snack made it
I don't know.
past the test. I don't know, but I don't want to get too distracted about that. As much as I'd love to see Snack, it's just something else, something worse. I picked up as I was casting my primeval awareness. I realized something worse is there.
What? I mean,
I don't know.
Can
Something.
you tell what kind of creature it is, or
Something fiendish, something ill. And it's circling.
I don't know. You want to get the drop on it, or what?
I'd rather that it lose its trace on us. I wish there was a way we could. But it seems to go in and out, so I'm not sure how much it's able
There's
to
that.
sense
You
us.
stop.
Yes.
Because you hear faint rippling of water nearby. That
It's in the
sound
water.
of something swishing.
It's in the water. Something's coming. Something's coming.
Well, it might be Hortzak. Hold on. Can we see if it's Hortzak crawling back out of the water?
Yeah, roll another perception check. And Ariset, you notice the sound has stopped.
10.
Yeah, you're looking and you don't see Hortzak, you don't see anything. You're listening now and the sound, you can't hear it.
We need light. I run in to the hut and I say, Rika, I'm sorry to make you wait. Listen, something's outside. Can you cast light? I need a bright light. I need you to fire
can't.
this whole place up.
You can't cast anything inside the dome. If you have
No.
to cast, do it outside.
Come outside. Can't you do something?
All right.
There's something. There's a prowler, a predator. It could be a fiend.
I produce flame in my hand and I just hold it so she can see.
Okay.
What do you
And
see?
are you just standing by the fire still, or are you guys going to the edge where you heard the sound?
That one.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm
I'm
holding-
following
I'm-
her.
Yeah,
I'm like
but
half
I'm
asleep
ready.
still.
I'm ready if something's coming. I'm ready. Maybe I. Can I
Okay.
hold an action?
As we're hearing ripples, I'm still going to train my focus on where I saw the eyes, so we don't get flanked by anything.
Okay, it's in the same direction. So it's basically it's close to where the boat is tied up against the trees, but a little bit to the left of it. And you don't hear any ripples. And are you guys gonna get close to the water? Just tell me where you're actually moving to.
I'm hoping to get us like halfway. Can't we see through the flame? Can't it cast enough light with my elven eyes? Can't
Yeah,
I
I mean,
see?
no, you could see before too. It's just you're not.
Well,
seeing,
what is it?
Well, you're not seeing anything at this moment.
It's under the water.
Don't go near it. Don't go
then-
near it unless you're going to get in that other hut.
Go inside
There's only one
and
hut.
stay
You hear-
safe.
Oh, there's only one.
Kaboom. You hear this noise of kaboom, and you see this little jet of water kind of come up in the air and then catching the flickering firelight. And then it's smooth again.
Are these guys standing next to the water?
No, not yet.
no,
go back
we're like
inside.
halfway away.
Let's go back inside the hut.
Yes.
Let's
I
run.
agree. I
Start
agree.
to back up, and suddenly something jumps out from the boat, like right in front of you, and starts rushing at you guys. And you see, man, I couldn't keep a straight face. You see Hortzak just coming in, and he's like covered in these like dark algae, and he's like, "Ah!" Just like, ah. I fucked that up. I couldn't stop laughing. And as you all like back up in fright, he starts laughing. Well, you're gonna take my stuff, huh?
And I slap him hard across the face. I was like,
I was so close to 8 hours.
I'm sorry, Rika.
You can go back
so
to bed.
sorry. Rika, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. You bastard. I punch him in the stomach and I'm like, oh my God. Ah.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I brought some food back, but I was having a bit of fun scouting the area, so it took a while. Listen, there is, all joking aside, there are quite a few things out there that I'm a bit worried about, which is why I came back. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my stuff that you stashed. Well done. That's a good laugh.
Fucking what's that?
And I'll take watch for a bit. You guys
And
can
right before
go to sleep.
right before I go back inside to go to sleep, I use my mage hand and stick it in his ear hole because it's like a cropped ear hole, and just
Yeah.
like
Do crocs
make
have
it
ears?
really uncomfortable. They have
They
holes.
have membranes.
I don't know what they have, but they have like. There's got to be something there.
Something.
There's an
Yeah.
orifice somewhere.
Well, that's
for
where
sure.
my invisible mage hand finger goes.
Do you lick it first? Do you like make it wet? Do you like
Yeah.
it away? Like I don't know.
All right, cut it out.
What you get? And I like stomp back inside.
Fair
You
enough.
guys had fun.
I go and I find his clothing, and one by one I string my bow. Like I kind of like where the bow would normally go, but I pull it tautly and I pull up my bow and I'm just like, and I shoot them over at him one by one. So first he gets like his underwear, and next he gets like a sock, and I'm like. One.
Wait, Hortsack has underwear?
Yeah, whatever. I don't,
He's
you
got-
know,
he's
we
got
don't
some-
judge people's
Sure.
personal clothing items. They just,
He's a
you know,
pretty-
they
he's
are
a-
what they
he's
are.
a cool guy, yeah.
Some of us like
All right.
support.
You
Some
guys wear underwear.
might freeball
What
it
underwear
a
does he
little more.
wear?
He's
Does
got
he
boxer
have-
briefs. Boxer briefs. He likes to.
Yeah, he seems
He's
like a
very
Bob Reese
athletic.
kind of guy.
Yeah.
I knew he needed a little support. I could tell.
Bro lifts, all right? So, yeah. All right, so and he's just laughing, and he's pulling the like seaweed that he put himself, he wrapped around himself,
Oh my god.
throwing it back in. And
Nice. Well done, friend. Well done, friend.
Knock wakes up enough, looks over, just kind of shakes his head and goes back to sleep. His dagger's still like this on his chest.
Like a badass.
Rika,
So fucking
Seville,
beast.
do you think we should try doing it to Knock?
I already said I wanted to go back to sleep. No, leave me alone.
Okay. Gotcha.
Don't do anything stupid.
Not unless you want to get stabbed.
Wow.
Yeah. So your watch is over, and fun was had. And actually, Hortzak finishes kind of getting dressed, and he just lays down by the fire too. He doesn't come in the hut. What are you all doing?
Still scrolling away.
Nice.
I
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna, we'll let scrolling away there and the others. We'll take watch a little while longer.
I'm not tired. I can do it longer. Rika, if
yeah.
you want, I'm fine.
We don't need that much.
Stop waking me up to
rest,
talk to
so
me.
Rika!
Let the poor girl sleep.
You can sleep! You're allowed to
I
sleep!
just want my 8 hours in a row.
Would you stop? I'm trying to concentrate here.
So much to ask.
All right, let's get back to it here so we can get through this night without any more incidents. Hortsack. Well played. All right, we'll go back to keeping watch, Ariset and I.
Okay. All right. Roll another perception check. For that hour has already passed. You guys are doing the next hour.
19.
Yeah, it's a 17 for me. Yeah, it's a 16 for me.
All right. A little bit more. Like you've had a laugh, but you're also still you know, what Erisette told you before, both of you are concentrating on that idea that there is something dangerous out there. So you're laughing, but you're also still being really sharp, and you're looking out there, and you hear all kinds of noises, but nothing that sounds, and you don't see anything, and nothing approaches camp.
All right. All's quiet.
You guys want to go another watch, or?
What do we have until the end of the night? We've done
think you've
about what,
got-
3 hours.
Yeah, Farouk, I think you have one more hour.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
want,
we'll-
I'll switch out and I'll finish out outside.
No, we'll do.
Well, I can't leave the hut. If I leave
Well,
the hut,
dude.
the spell ends.
Do your stuff. Do your stuff. We'll take another hour of rest.
I'm
We
fine.
can handle it.
I'm not tired at all.
No, it's a nice night,
Okay. All right.
so to speak.
So to speak. All right. So your third hour of watch. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
$21.
17.
So most of this hour goes by. You two have actually. You're almost kind of in reverie now. You're not talking much, and you're starting to feel the effects of the day catching up, and you're, you know, getting a little bored staring out into this monotonous scene. At the last moment, Seville, you see someone is standing not far outside the circle of trees in an area that you thought was water before. The flickering firelight just catching elements of their image, but you see like maybe a red skin. It's hard to tell with the flickering light. I catch a glint of a bit of a horn, maybe, on the side of the head.
I'm going right into Arisette's mind and telling her where I'm seeing it and what I'm seeing, and pointing.
Erisette, you look over, and you're seeing it too.
I'm going to go into Nock's mind and just say, steady, big fella. It's Seville in your mind. There's someone on the outskirts of our encampment. Just be ready.
You look over. You look over at Nock, and kind of does a soft grunt, like he's shifting in his sleep. But you can see the blades kind of come off so that they're a little bit more accessible.
All right. So I'm still talking in Arisette's mind.
What are you doing?
Why don't you knock an arrow, Arisette? And I'm just going to get up, stretch, and just kind of make a little walk near the
Leaving the hut?
others.
Are you leaving the hut, obviously?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Faruka, you watch as Seville quietly stands up and starts moving out.
Hey, what's up?
This is something.
Something? What's something?
Don't talk.
I don't talk. What's going on?
Something might be outside, but we don't want to let them know that we see them. So if you could kindly stay a little bit quiet.
If Kaz is still outside on a tree, can he see for me?
Roll perception check at disadvantage for Kaz.
Since he usually has advantage, would it just be
No,
regular or still
straight roll. Yeah, straight roll.
That's 16.
So you feel Kaz start to look around, and you see the image of what they're talking about. Definitely looks like a tiefling with maybe reddish skin, hard to tell, standing seemingly on the water.
Hey, hold up.
And as you're watching through Kaz, there's something not right. This person isn't moving almost at all, just a little bit, but unnaturally straight arms down and just kind of staring. You see the head moves a little bit.
So I'm going to go tend the fire, but I'm on hold. I'm holding an action that if there's any aggressive movement, I'm going to hit it with a mine hammer and then take my hand crossbow and fire.
Me too. I'm
get
holding an action. I'm holding an action with both
I
arrows.
get closer and I try to press the digitate light by the face.
So
nice.
you see light flares up, but doesn't seem to reflect on the image of the person that you can. It's almost like the light is so strong in your eyes that it's now harder to see, but it doesn't seem to light up that person. Do you keep it going?
Yes. Let me see if I could. One, I'm gonna start. I'll shape water to put ice underneath it, and then I'll see if I could splash water through it.
Oh, nice.
Through the image of the person?
Yes.
Okay.
See if they get wet.
You watch as the water goes up and the image vanishes. Do a perception check for me. You at disadvantage since you're looking out in the darkness. Actually, wait. Sorry, you have dark vision. Sorry.
Yeah.
Straight.
It's going to be bad. So that is actually 10, just straight.
Yeah. So you're looking around. You don't see him. What are the rest of you doing?
So it vanished, right?
Yeah. Advantage.
We all see it vanish. We all saw it vanish.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
No,
do
you're
I?
asleep.
Okay.
I'm asleep.
They didn't wake you up. Nock is, as you guys look over, you see that Nock is on his feet. Daggers are out this way, and you didn't even hear him kind of get up. It's just like you look and you're like, Jesus, He's just standing there, just
Quietly.
looking out, scanning.
I'm going to come by his side and just, if he didn't see it, I'm just going to tell him what we saw.
To Nock,
Yeah, to knock.
and I saw it.
Do you know it?
I know him. Yeah,
Who is it?
Well, who
What
is
is
it?
it?
Veruca. Did you see?
He
Was it?
had the shape, but there was no face. Like you would light just didn't shine on it. I can't tell, but someone's fucking with us at least.
Who is it?
There's
How do
a-
you know this person?
What?
You spin around, you hear something. Roll a perception check for me.
Shit, that's a 7.
You hear this noise
I'm
and
spooked.
you're looking and you're like,
I'm
"Hey,
really
I
spooked."
just heard something, but you can't see anything.
Yeah.
You hear it again. It's just like it's almost like somebody's walking really slowly.
I'm very spooked.
Knock, who is it? I mean, do we got to defend ourselves here? Is this a friend, foe, neutral? What's happening here, man?
It's Veruca's best friend, if it's who I thought it was.
If it is him,
If it
Are you
is,
talking-
missing
or was
for
it
a
him?
week.
Or,
And here's the thing. If that is what I think it is, that was an illusion. And the main point of illusions is distraction. Someone's out there trying to misdirect us.
Is this your friend Resba?
Maybe. But if he was really
Erisette, you snap again. You keep hearing the sound, and it seems like it's just circling the camp now. Do another perception check.
That's a natural 20.
That's big money.
What is it with your modifier?
With a modifier, 23.
23. This time you snap. Your head goes to the sound. You look. You don't see anything. You start scanning, and you look up, and you see in one of the trees fairly far, maybe 30, 35 feet over where the camp is, somebody crouched in the tree. Once again, you see the curled horns very clearly, tiefling at this point, and looks down at you and smiles and leaps down, and as he leaps, just vanishes. As you are like, you turn, maybe you raise your bow, the rest of you turn and look, like, what the hell? You hear, you hear something going through the bushes. Everybody up, back to back, and you hear, and now you're hearing several things snapping, twigs pushing in, and as Rika, you hear that shout this time. Now you snap awake. It was Nox's booming voice, and you see that Hortzak's got his great axe, and they are like shoulder to shoulder, and you're all starting to kind of back into a clump. Look up, look in the trees. And
what is it? What is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I saw a tiefling. It evaporated, and
No. He's cloaked. He's invisible.
Is this a threat? Do we need to get in the hut and?
Of course, it's a
Is
threat.
this Then let's get this
I
motherfucker.
thought you said it was your friend.
Not every tiefling's my friend.
You said it looked like your friend, didn't you?
The fire goes out. You're instantly plunged in darkness. That's fine for most of you, but Keon, it's instantly dark, and you hear, and then you hear.
Draw a scimitar.
Echoing around you, pushing in, and Haruka, your deal. I was your deal. And you see stepping in through the trees, walking close, pulling a sword that materializes in his hand as he pulls it out. Your friend. And as he raises it up with a smile and charges you, we're gonna end it there tonight.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I'm all shaky, y'all.
Baruka, what did you do?
nightmares.
That
I'm not kidding.
That really sucks.
The swamp is no joke, y'all.
This phone's bullshit.
Why?
Going home.
To make camp.
Going home.
I need to eat some bread. I need to eat bread because of it.
God damn it, I gotta eat some bread.
Comfort food.
Yeah, that was
Spooky dead tieflings. Flies and shit.
Oh, y'all.
That was very stressful.
Oh, I love it. That was great.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't know if it was an illusion. You'll see.
That's very button touching. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Sorry.
That's awesome.
Sorry, not sorry.
Good show. Good show.
Oh, exciting stuff. Yes. So thank you all out there for joining us. If you are new since I announced, we have a giveaway tonight. We are giving away our new T-shirt, D&D is real, with our logo on the sleeve. It's so badass.
Although, for all of you trying to sleep tonight,
You better hope it's not real.
maybe it's not real. Like maybe D&D tonight
No, it's
Imagine.
real.
just D&D for fun.
It's real. They put the lights on. See what you can see.
Sleep with one eye open.
So please enter into the chat one time the word swamp to be automatically entered to win the T-shirt. And we give that a minute for everybody to do that. Waiting
Do
for
a dance for you whilst.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we could do a quick Q&A if anybody has any questions, throw them in chat. And then
I have a question. How does your role player's tank top feel?
Oh,
Genevieve?
it feels amazing. It
No,
is-
seriously though, really.
no,
No,
it's
really.
Great. It's great. It's great. Pastor hasn't seen
full
it.
commercial.
Yeah, Is it like tapered kind of? Is it like a good tank top where it's kind of stretchy and like?
Yeah, no, it's stretchy and it's got like thin seamy seams. So it's like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's pretty fun. I like it a
Very
lot.
nice.
Does it run small or true to size? Or
True to
run like-
size. It's true to size.
Cool. Okay.
This is a small for reference.
Very cool.
Oh, okay.
If anybody has Twitch open, by the way, let me know if you see any questions. I don't have it open, and Ashley hasn't said any. But if you
I
have
got
any,
the questions closed, but
well, let us
I
know.
don't see a question.
Didn't you
I don't see a
have some
question.
questions from last week?
Oh yeah, who was that,
Sir
Peter?
Oh,
Peter?
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
what
Okay.
was your question?
My question to each of you, because it's dear to my heart, is what does D&D mean to you?
Oh, wow.
I'm not going first.
This was a question from someone else, or did you come up with that question?
No, I came up with it. I just wanted to know. I mean, I get excited. Yeah. So what does
Can you
Dungeons and
answer
Dragons
first, Peter?
mean to you? I have to ask it to myself.
I can answer that question.
Yes. There you go.
So D&D came to me in 2018, and that was a pretty hard year for me. I was in a bit of a dark place, and D&D was the vessel through which I made some of my best friends that I have today. I think that it really facilitated we were always friends, but like through the different campaigns which we were running, and through the incredible encounters and problems solved and like emotional experiences we all had at the table, we became extremely close. And, you know, some of my best memories in the last few years have actually been at a D&D table. And, you know, it got to the point where I was telling the guys in the party, we were playing like 3, sometimes 4 sessions a week.
damn.
Because we were that into it, right? And
So awesome.
it's, you know, it's just the thing in the week that you look forward to the most. Like my life became about D&D. Like, you know, Monday was just 4 days until the next session situation. So I guess, but ultimately everything these games, they're all about the people you play with, right? So for me, you know, D&D is just synonymous with friendship.
That's a
There you go.
beautiful answer, brother. I love it.
Okay, well, I'm not following that.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. I'll go next. Like, mine's basically similar to Winky with a little mix into it. Like, I started D&D like when I first came out to LA, and like being in LA, poor, not much to do. Like, the only real way to get a lot out of life is, you know, making a strong internal system for yourself. And for me, building that was through D&D, because with D&D you can explore a lot of aspects of a character, of yourself, and you can get to see your friends explore. Like, you get to see from your friends the different sides of their personality that they don't get to let out sometimes. It gives you a deeper friendship with other people. But
So
along with that, I am just deep into the fantasy logic of stories, and like, okay, if you have this magic system, transmutation, what does that actually mean? The ability to bend reality to your will and just have new forms and functions. It's just like, ooh, there's just something to it that just like, it's enticing, and I want to see the logic played out in a story. And I get really excited about that. I just like magic in general. It's always been like an exploration in the way I've grown up, because like the best storytelling of the past, 30, 40 years have been like fantasy stories, like from Tom Hanks's Big, where he wishes to be older, to like Lord of the Rings and even the Avengers. Those are fantasy stories. Those are realms and elements of the mind that you just like, you can really explore society and your own internal system.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Two damn good answers. I love it.
Beauteous. Yes.
Sorry.
Who's going?
Beautiful. I'll go next. So I read or heard somewhere one time, maybe almost like a couple of months before we started to do role players, that a great way to like relieve stress and completely calm your brain is to try reading a book backwards. And for me, D&D is like kind of a psyche reading a book backwards. Like you are who you are every day in this like earth and this everyday world in this one way. And then like you play D&D and you get to relive a world as another person, and it gives your brain and your body a chance to experience something else besides whatever is your reality. And suddenly you're freed from all the stress of everything being so literal and who you really are. And whatever you're trapped by in your regular life, you're freed by in your D&D play. And that's something so therapeutic. And it now has gotten even farther and more meta for me as I play even more, because I actually truly believe the reason D&D is so important and dream and magic are so important is because we're supposed to know the potential of every human being is infinite. And we practice and play that in our real life by playing D&D, and by that we touch God or magic or whatever you want to call that thing, which is the spark of all that's beautiful about life and humanity, so that we realize our potential, hopefully, in humanity.
Wow.
Yes.
But that's basically all it means now.
That's
to
it.
Me. It's like,
That's
you know,
it.
But or it's an opportunity to have margaritas.
Well, can't it be both? Yeah. That's awesome.
What about you, Judd?
Wow. You know, I don't even know where to begin. D&D is extremely powerful for me. So I've always been a creator, a world builder. As a screenwriter, I've done that. But it wasn't until I played D&D for the first time where I really lived in a story. You know, I've read books, I've watched movies, I've written movies, and I've loved that. But the moment you play D&D, and if you really are playing it in the way that I play it, in the way that we play it, like my character is there in that world. And I always say, I look back at all the moments that I've played, and it is like the most beautiful, epic movie that it can never be produced to that level, because I'm there and I'm creating it and I'm participating in it, and it's so powerful, and it does so many things beyond just like wish fulfillment of being able to live in those realities. It teaches empathy. It allows you to think as if you were someone else, which gives you the power to then maybe, understand other people's plights in life. It unlocks the potential of what all humans, I think, have, right? That a lot of people don't ever tap into. Not everybody's an actor, right? So they're not trying to be creative and putting that out, or they're not in a creative pursuit. Yet you could take anybody, I really believe you could take anybody, pluck them down at a D&D table, and they will amaze themselves if they give it a chance of what they could create and what they could do and live a different life. And it's so powerful, and it's so beautiful. And the shirt that we're giving away tonight, D&D is real. This is something that Peter and I started saying when Peter and I were playing our two-person games, which we love, by the way. Like, my favorite D&D memory of all time is this one shot I ran for him for his Christmas present. And he had to save Christmas, and if he did it, there was a present I pulled out. But if he didn't, he wasn't going to get that present.
That's so cute.
And it was
really
awesome. It was so great.
Really
Did you save Christmas?
Of course. Of course. Come on.
He motherfucking saved Christmas.
I don't know.
But we always talk about when we play, when you might roll a 1 when you really wanted something better. But those moments when your character, and I had a character who's a paladin, a drow paladin, and I had this moment where I had to kill this thing, or everybody in my party was going to die, and I kind of just went for it. It was my biggest moment, and of course it was a crit. And we're like, well, D&D is real.
I'm gonna smite that.
Yeah, it was like boom. But also, when my character doesn't know something and I roll a 1, I'm like, yeah, because D&D is real. My character doesn't know that. The dice somehow. There's magic in the rolling. There's magic to this game, or there's magic to the universe that we don't quite understand. So that's my long-winded answer. So there.
Yes.
The dice always tell the story. They always tell the story.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And Peter, you asked
Oh.
the question.
Look. There's so many labels and categories out in this world. The world seems to want us to put each other in place, to keep it that way, to keep status quo. And story, especially Dungeons and Dragons, sitting around the table, it allows you to break everything apart and to enter into an authentic aspect of yourself that you might not be able to display to the outer world. And it's just an element of joy for me that I get to go into realms of dragons. I get to go into different stories and play different characters. And I get to do it in real time, where you don't know what's going to happen. You can't predict it. The dice, as was just said, dictate a lot of the story. And you have to be awake and aware and present. And I just love the joy of everyone buying in and the trust at a table and the support at a table. It's like just the micro version of good humanity. And I just love that idea of coming to the table with people and participating in a group story and listening to what comes out of people. You can learn a lot, and it's like being a student every night. So
true.
And not to mention a kid. I mean, come on, it's just being a kid. It's like everything is possible. Everything is possible. It's nothing is adulterated anymore. Your kid, your inner child is wide open, and you just say go, no restraints. So there you go. Joy.
Dude. Toots McGee as far as the eye can see.
Toots McGee!
Now, Genevieve.
Oh yeah, that's me. Okay, I guess I'll go.
Someone said the present. The present was not the hat. I had that kind of made for Seville. The present was the
new set. Yeah.
The 3-book set, but the alternative version with the new covers.
Nice.
When they re-released
they re-released.
The Dungeon Master's Guide, the Monster Manual, and the Player's Handbook, and they did it in these beautiful covers in this box set.
Yes. But I mean, no,
Let's
sorry,
be honest,
Marty.
the real
it was
present was like the friendship. Come on. That was so adorable.
Oh yeah, we used to,
come on.
Look, it's like sneaking away and playing like candles and scrunched at a table with chai lattes, and it's just like it's just come on. I mean, it's like
That's adorable.
It's fucking magic.
Yes.
It's fucking magic.
I just said that at the same time.
But Genevieve, so you're fairly new to D&D.
Yeah.
So your D&D adventure is just kind of beginning. So you have a different perspective. I mean, I've only been playing for 2 years. Peter's been playing since he was a kid. So we all have different levels of exposure to it. So I'm really curious to see what it means to you at this point, and then it'd be cool to ask you in a couple of years and see how it shifts.
All right.
If it
well, so for me, I hadn't started playing D&D until COVID. So I've only played virtually, which is annoying, but has been really cool because it's been a way that I can connect with people when I've been quarantined. So that's kind of what I associate it with, is just human interaction that's pleasant during a time that, normally I'd be so by myself. So that's been really, really nice for me. And then the other thing I wanted to say is, as an actor, I feel like, and I actually left the world of acting for a few years because of this, the idea of you're always just waiting for someone to tell you can be in this, or you can act in this, you can tell this story, you're allowed to do this. And it wears on you. And it's not even just the rejection. It's literally just I just want to do it. And you just can't. And this is an opportunity not just to storytell and act and write and improvise and everything like that. But what has been really fun is letting go of the control of that. if you're writing something, you have complete control over everything that happens. But with this, with the dice, it's like, oh, I really want my characters to do this, but well, I can't. So I guess I'll do this other thing that really wasn't my first choice, but I have to do something. And I think that leads to a lot more creativity, because like the first obvious answer is like, oh, I'll use this spell. Well, that spell didn't work. I guess I'll use this way shittier spell or this other thing. And I definitely feel myself just like stretching my creative muscles and like also like working collaboratively. It's like telling a story together. It's like that game where you like all like write a sentence of a story. Like you write a sentence, you pass it on to the next person. Like you can't control how that story is going to end. You have no idea, but you still were an important part of it. So
That's so cool.
that's what I've gotten out of it so far.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
For
Yeah,
freaking sure.
I mean, you're absolutely right, and it's like, wait till you play it in person. It has like an even greater energy when you're all around the table. But if you can, and for all of you out there, if you're playing virtually or you haven't even played yet, this is a good time, because you can just log into your computer and find a group and play online. It's still pretty great. I mean,
Is there a way to, that's a question I would have. If I had never played before, is there a way to find like groups online? Like,
oh yeah,
like,
absolutely.
is that a thing? How do you do that?
Oh, you could do that through our Discord, actually.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
great.
Yes, if you haven't joined our
Nice,
community,
Winky.
well done, Winky. Look down, click the link for Discord, jump in there. We have Looking for Group in there, but there are a lot of other resources. I think all the VTTs, the virtual tabletops like Roll20 and Fantasy Grounds, I think they also have forum boards where you can look for groups.
Oh, cool.
Lots of
Because I would
places.
never have known that until right now. So thank you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And if you're out there and you want to like, you need help getting in somewhere, please join our Discord and say, hey, I need some help. I want to play. I don't know how to play. I don't know any plays. We'll definitely help and steer you in the right direction. So that's all awesome. All of you, amazing answers. You could tell we all really like what we're doing. And I'm ready to give away a shirt first of
Yes.
Yeah, let's
So-
do it.
Do it,
So-
because I got to pee.
Nice to see who wins tonight. I feel like it's gonna be really cool. The person.
Yeah. And you know what? Because I feel like
Everyone that watches this is cool.
I feel
That's
like
what I'm
this guy.
saying. Like this whole thing feels very cool right now.
I know. I was gonna say this feels really special. This one an unexpected kind of sharing kind of moment.
I
which
feel like
love.
there's gonna be
So-
significance in whoever gets this shirt.
I'm gonna
is what
throw
I'm
in
saying.
some Skull Splitter dice with this T-shirt.
Come on.
Yeah, so you're gonna get some Skull Splitter dice, or as I like to say, Skull Splitter, and then a T-shirt. So Ashley, when you've got it, shoot me the name. If you have it last second, throw Swamp into the chat only once, and you're automatically entered. And she's gonna pull it now. And we're all waiting.
All right.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Just waiting for Ashley. Come on, Ashley. Let's go. It's taking too long, Ashley. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God! It's DMJ Wade. It's my friend. Congrats!
Wow, really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah. Congrats. Well, yes, I'm
Yay.
sending you some wonderful dice and a T-shirt, and yay! I'm so excited.
That's exciting.
Yes.
That's so awesome.
Yes, another
for
friend
it.
through the community and one of our supporters
Aw.
and awesome person. So excited.
Aw.
So next week, come back. We'll be giving away something else and continuing with this creepy "what is happening here" story.
A little scary.
I'm a little
Oh, I had
freaked out.
just forgotten about that. I was gonna be like, fine to sleep, and now
Sorry.
thanks for that.
No. I don't know what that is, but it's really scary. Oh, it's been a wonderful night. We love you all. Be safe
Oh,
out there.
stop it, Peter! I'm serious.
that.
I'm really
Wait,
a little
I can't see
creeped.
it.
No, you're.
Oh, you can't?
No,
Hey,
I don't know if I
stop.
want to.
It's that's what makes it worse. Is it's half appearing,
can I see it?
half a not, just like this thing. I'm
Being
getting a little.
It's green screen in there.
Bye.
Oh,
Wait, I
now
gotta turn
you
off
guys
the
all
screen
switched.
screen.
Now you all switched away. Peter and his arm switched. Well, whatever. We're done. Have a wonderful week. Be safe out there. We love you all. Take care of each other. We'll see you next
Friday.
time.
Guys.
Bye.
And have a great weekend. Woo! Happy Friday.
Yeah.